We've been battered and bruised, and we've moved and come back. Our colors don't change. We're silver and black. Commitment to excellence starts up every year. No powers on earth will drown out our cheer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of our mighty silver and black, and unto these colors for which we stand, Raider Nation under a groove, with free speech and liberty. Remember the tools. He who has ears, let him hear. I hereby declare I am a Raiders fan. I am a Raiders fan.
All right. Hey, all right, Raider Nation, welcome to Monday Nights Live, Tell the Truth edition. Obviously, I'm not on my mask right now. I don't want to wear my mask right now. I'm a little irritated with some of the shit that I discovered. I want to, a lot of people out there right now, they're saying hate, jealous. But in reality, man, it's about accountability. So I know the truth. And so this is Tell the Truth edition. Now, we're not going to throw out a bunch of names and shit like that because that's what people like. You know what I mean? But I want to really explain that when I started this channel, it was to document what the Raider Nation is doing, what in my lifetime, and share what the good works that the Raider Nation does. But with that comes with telling the truth, man, when somebody's doing some fucked up shit. All right? You want to get uncensored? I'll get uncensored, dude. It's no big deal. That's easy. But we have to protect the integrity of the Raider Nation. A lot of people don't understand that. They put their brand above the integrity of the Raider Nation. And so they'll do some shady shit like lie to you and lie to everybody and, to their face, on their show sometimes, whatever. But the point is to really try to generate some truth. Some, set the reality to where everybody can see it as for what it is. Raider Nation, we talk about us being a family, and we can be a family, but you got to remember, a lot of times, some people in some people's family, they're shady as fuck. So as Rob Howard told me a long time ago, to watch out for people like that. And I've been pretty quiet, but a lot of people have asked me to say something, and so here we are. This is what I'm saying. Now, I brought some people on that are, some good friends of mine. People that have been talking about how fake the Raider Nation acts sometimes. I think that it's important that we be real with each other, that we tell the truth at all the times, and we hold each other accountable. If I'm messing up, let me know so I can do better, okay? If you're messing up, I'm going to let you know, okay? If you come to my platform and you get on my platform and you act like you're innocent and then I find out that you're lying, that you're a liar, I'm going to say something because you abused my platform. All right? And a lot of people are going to say, there's no views, la 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 la. I'm going to let you know this, all right? It's funny now that we're doing this, right? I can show you. You want to? Hit me up in Messenger, and I'll show you what my other channel, Bojack Fan ATX 1980, is doing. You want to know how well the Only Nation podcast is doing? Hit me up in Messenger, and I'll show you. It's not about views. It's about representing the Raiders with pride and poise and a commitment to excellence and telling the truth. Telling the truth, man. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody should be forgiven. But you know what? You can't hide behind the whole, they're being a hater. They're being a hater. Stop with that shit. Stop calling people snakes when all I'm doing is telling the truth. All I'm doing is telling the truth. And I put a video out today that I'm considering putting out on my Facebook. I've been advised by these friends that are coming on right now to not go ahead and don't do it here. But I know the truth. All right. And yeah, doing this, it's like some people I've talked to in the past. They said this is more like a journalistic approach too. This is a journalistic thing. We're telling the truth, y'all. We got to report the good and the bad. That's what media does, right? Media reports on what's going on within the Raider Nation. It's not just about celebrating the events and celebrating each other. And talking about the team, man. It's about making sure that we protect our platforms and make sure that the integrity of the Raider Nation is where it needs to be. All right. So with all that being said, what's up, Wesley? It's good to see you. Yeah, Little J, definitely come back on my show here pretty quick. All right. With all that being said, though, I want to let you know that I got Oakland Raiders Savage, Demon King, and Mad Max right here on this show right now, ready to come and talk about telling the truth. All right. I want y'all to know what this means, man. This is something that's important to me because I'm tired of people that I trust that have helped me become what I am on this channel. Ask me, why aren't you asking the hard questions? Why are you putting certain people on that are doing these shady shit, this shady shit? behind the scenes? And I have to ask that question, and I have to play neutral. But it's over. That time is over with, right? It's about being accountable, and this is what we're gonna do. So, hey, guys, go ahead. Demon King, thanks for coming on. Oakland Raider Savage, thanks for coming on. Max, thanks for coming on. We're all risking a lot right here. A lot of people have said, hey, you could destroy your whole channel. But I think, you know what? Like I said, I'm not going to put my brand above the integrity of the Raider Nation. So thanks for coming on, guys.
What's going on, welcome, man? It's been a long
what
time.
up? What up?
All right. So, don't be shy. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to say any names, but don't be shy. So, look, Sal, you and I, we've talked a lot behind the scenes about how people always, trying to snatch the spotlight, always trying to be in somebody else's area, always trying to build off of other people's platforms. So speak on that a little bit, bro. You've been a fan since all the way back in Oakland, the early days of the Black Hole. Now you're blowing up, right? People talk about getting views and blowing up. You're blowing up, man. And you know that you don't always agree with what goes on in the Raider Nation. So talk a little bit about, tell the truth on this Tell the Truth edition.
Well, yes, I'm one that goes to games, and I dress up in my alter ego and everything, and I do attract the big spotlight. But for me personally, that all was an accidental, the whole spotlight. I did this whole thing just for fun. I was a Raider fan growing up from day one. A lot of people know my story about me growing up in the Black Hole when it first started here in Oakland or in Hayward, at the Oakland Coliseum. So that's my main life, is that my Raider Savage personality, or what I do. That was just something that I just started having fun with back in 2017, and it just took off. Wasn't expecting it to take off, but because I know how big my spotlight can get, I try to distribute that to the people around me. People who like, the ones that don't get. I know there's people out there that they want to be seen. We do this because it's fun. And a lot of us, that attention, we're used to it or want the attention or whatever. It is what it is. My main thing is, we're Raider fans first. We're supposed to be Raider fans first. We're supposed to be about the team first. The team that plays on the field first. We're supposed to be Raider fans first. And our personalities that we have, that we go out and show, that's what we do. As I've heard before, that's like our war paint. That's our war gear. And we do draw a lot of crowds. And with that, a lot of us use that attention for good, helping out with charities, helping out with fundraisers and all that, because we are the attraction to bring people in, and a lot of us use that for positivity for all that. But there are people out there that just put on gear, just put on a costume, thinking that, oh, well, because I have this costume on, I'm now considered a quote unquote super fan, and people have to like me. People have to come up to me, and I have a spotlight, so respect me. And that's the part that just kind of, it's just a little tasteless.
That's for me to do it online. And that, again, there was no names mentioned. This first time Homer basically said that I seen the video, so I know what's there. But it's the first day open. let me tell you what, the minute you run to social media, you're asking for attention. You're asking for your warriors to come out and say something. This is not about that. This is about putting the truth out there. People come in and we welcome everybody. Everybody's been on the show. All of us have gone out there, done what we do, charities, whatever. But in this circle here, the people that we've done, we do it for others. We do it for, it's not to get truly, regardless. I had to come to a point where it was like, hey, I don't really care if you like me or not. Reason I say that is because my friends, Demon King, Salvador, Violator, Mark, them are the ones I care about. How they know me. They know me. They know who Max is. They know the background. They know who I am. And these are my friends. These are my brothers, my sisters too. So to put it on social media, that's what disturbs me about anything that anybody does. You take your problem and put it on social media so you can build people to come on and say, oh, this fucking puto or this, that. You're not uniting anything by doing that. You're separating. So when you put, hey, this is the nation, like I said, I didn't know shit. I just seen shit right now on there. And it's like, why would you do that, man? Settle it like man. You say what you say and let it go. Go on. Because this is a big nation. This is a big nation. And regardless, other people don't know who in the hell I am. I'm not worried about that. You see, my thing is to do the good things, do these charity works, help other people, be good to people. Even the people that's burnt me, that's done things to me, I still give them a little bit of light. Not a lot, but I'll still give it to them because, again, my job is not to come in like a motherfucker. My job is to make sure the nation gets the best I can bring them. That's it. That's cut and dry for me.
What bothers me about everything is I've been gone away for a while. Haven't been on social media too much. And I hear this, I hear that. I don't dress up for likes, for follows. I don't do it for that. I do it for kids. If kids didn't like it, I wouldn't do it. And yeah, just like Savage said, like the first time I did it, I was in Miami, and I was like, just threw it together, and then it just progressed to where it is now. Like and I went to the draft, and I didn't expect it to do what it did. I didn't expect people to like follow me and things like that. I'm not about that. I really don't care. But just like Max just said about friends, like a lot of people claim to be your friend, but they're really not. I mean, I know everybody's busy, but I'm always there, and everybody knew that. Just because I'm not on like Facebook or here and there is platforms to reach out if anybody ever needed to talk. Like I have people there that I've talked to about what my personal things are going on in my life, and they're there. Some people just tell you, get over it, things like that. And everybody's different. Everybody deals with things differently. It takes some people longer, but it's just like I don't even want to do it anymore because it's just all drama. This people trying to turn these people against this one. And if you say something, then people try to smash you down, or they're going to talk bad about you. And they don't even know you. They don't know what you're struggling with. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know anything. All they know is if you're not okay with the person that they're talking to or they're friends with, then they're going to try to like knock you down. And I'm not okay with that. I don't even want to do this anymore because it's just divided, and I'm not okay with division. We're supposed to be, everybody claims one nation, we all love each other, but we don't. Everybody's out for themselves. Everybody's out for them, to get their face out there, to get their picture out there, to get this, that, and the other thing. I don't care about that. I don't care. I'm all about the kids. I'm all about charity. Like I'm down here in Texas. I'm brand new. Like I would do charity work. All people got to do is reach out. I don't know what goes on. I would be more than happy to do anything. But if you don't reach out, I don't know. Just because I'm not on Facebook doesn't mean I'm dead. I thought I really had a lot of friends. I could go through my Facebook and see like 900 to 1,000 people that are supposedly my friends. There's probably 75 to 100 that I've actually really talked to. People just follow me because of what? Yeah, I posted positive quotes all the time. But you know what? Where's the positive quotes that I need? Why am I'm struggling with a lot of things and I'm not okay with life sometimes. And what is the purpose? I think that. And I have certain people that reach out and talk to me and others don't, that claim to be like my people. I have my friends that I have in Texas and I have my Raider friends too, but I don't know. It puzzles me sometimes. Are all fan bases like this? We're supposed to be the strongest one, the most united, and we're definitely not. We're in different groups.
That's one thing I want to hit on right there, right? A lot of people, they throw out unity and family and all that, and that's good and well. But, man, when you got accountability is something that should be thrown in there too, right? So in order to unify, man, we got to be able to tell each other the truth, right? Because if we all just have these feelings about each other and we just always just play cordial and shit like that, when we meet each other, all we're really doing is lying. We're not united just because we don't say anything. We're still divided. We think differently. But if we could come to common ground and communicate without everybody saying, oh, he's being a hater. And it ain't about being on TV. I'll play you clips with me being on TV. That ain't shit. It's about the fact that we're supposed to be looking out for each other, like Demon King. When you're going through what you're going through, we try to hit you up and make sure that you're okay. And yes, it is about charity. And it's not about, and look, one thing I cannot stand is when people try to build their brand through charity. All right, charity is about giving back. Almost anybody, can try to do it, but I mean, it's hard to get it done, and it's even harder to get it done in the right way. All right, think about it like this. If you're doing charity out there, one thing I want you to think about is this. When I first started, I had questions like, hey, so this nonprofit organization, how much money goes to the organization and how much goes to the people that we're trying to help? All right, these are serious questions because you're asking people to give up their hard-earned money to help others, right? And it's hard. So when you start lying and not telling the truth, it's gonna make it even harder to get people to do those things. And so when people get all up in arms and talk about, oh, you're being a hater, dude, that is such a cheesy ass cop out, man. Be honest with yourself and be honest with the Raider Nation. So I don't know, man. Like I said, this is the Tell the Truth edition. And, I know a lot of people are going to turn their backs on me. But you know what? As I've seen in the Raider Nation, I've had issues with other fans that have kind of, and it, turned into sour. It got sour. But then, you know what? Those people end up playing themselves out. It always comes out in the wash, man. You can't come at me and say, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm not. No, man. No. All I've ever done was support people. All I've ever done with this channel is give Raider Nation a platform to speak their mind and get their message out. It's never been about me. It's not about me. That's why I'm willing to do this and call people out, because you know what? It doesn't matter whether I wear that Raider Homer mask into the stadium on Monday Nights Live. I'm going to be there. You understand what I'm saying? Because I have brothers and family that look out for me, and we're gonna be there enjoying the game together. And nobody cares about the super fan thing, quote unquote super fan. If you've been doing shows interviewing super fans and you're actually listening, you know that they don't even like to be called that. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because they don't want to make it seem like they're bigger fans than the other fans. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Where I'm at with this right now is I just want people to stop trying to hide behind, hide behind the word hater. To just, rally up the troops and get everybody to turn on each other. If you're out there on Facebook posting right now about haters and this and that, unity and all this and that, man, you're creating division right then and there. Look, when I go to somebody, I go to them directly to them. Go look at my Facebook page. You don't see shit. You don't see shit on there about what the hell's really going on in Raider Nation and what I've seen out there. I don't say anything like that. But when you see people doing that, hey, that's a red flag. That's a red flag, man. So protect your platform, All right, and make sure that you put as I've been told many a times before, make sure you're putting the right people on that platform and not the wrong people. And like I said earlier when I started out this broadcast, man, if you come on this platform and then I catch you in a fucking bold-faced lie, I'm gonna say something. And if you want to hide behind the fact that rally up the troops, he's being a hater, he's a bully, a bully. Hey, you know what? I know one thing: I'm not a liar. And I'm not taking advantage of Raider Nation. I've never come on this show and told you a lie.
I'm having some trouble here. I can't hear you guys, man.
You know, so.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So that's where I'm at. You know, and a lot of people, look, like I said, man, you know, I'll go kick it with Demon King in Dallas. And you know what? You don't even know who I am. You ain't going to remember this face. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm still going to be a Raider fan because the Raiders come first, you know. And a lot of people, you know, look, see, I'm trying to get some more people on here. You know, a lot of people, if this guest comes on, I'm going to point it out. A lot of people, they copy what he does. They ask him to come to the events. They ask him, what should I do to become a super fan? They ask him all that shit. But when he says, don't be a copycat, respect what happened in Oakland, y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all ignore that, and y'all call him a hater then. And then when everything dies down, you bring him back out to your event. So, I mean, you know, look, Max, you know, we've interviewed Wayne, and Wayne has said we don't need to be pitching forks. And I know that, and I don't mean to pitch forks, but I'm just asking you to be honest. Be honest, man. Don't lie to the Raider Nation, all right? Don't lie to the Raider Nation, because that shit's terrible. If you lie about something so small as what you lied about, what else would you be lying to? I know I'm not going to trust you with, you know, any money at all if you're a liar. So that's where I'm at on that. I'm on the soapbox too, for sure.
Guys,
Because you're short.
Yeah, no, I need the
Homer.
Hello, Anna.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry guys. Yeah, we're ranting tonight. Of course, we're gonna leave names out. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? If you know, and you want to get in on the conversation, send me your email address right now in Messenger. I got it right here open. If you want to join the conversation and give your side, here's your open invitation. All right? Because, look, I'm not trying to create division in the Raider Nation. I'm actually just trying to call people out and make sure that everybody's doing the right thing. Because when I see a lie happening right there in front of my face, I'm going to say something. You know? I mean, I'm supposed to be a president of the black hole. I'm supposed to be, you know, I'm supposed to be leading people. You know, I want y'all to know, if you're in the black hole and you're watching this, I'm not going to lie to you. That's one thing for sure. And if you lie to me, I'm going to call you out. And the chances are you ain't going to be fucking around with the black hole here in Austin, Texas very much. Because liars, I can't stand fucking liars, man. I cannot stand that shit. That is disgusting. It's disgusting that you would take advantage of your platform and fabricate some story when I know for a fact, heard from different people, several different people, that you're lying. Be honest. Tell the truth. That's all it is, you know. So tell the truth. Tell the truth. Here comes Max again. Anyways, Demon King, you know, like you talk a little bit about, you know, you've talked about how you can't stand phony. You know what I mean? And so right now, a lot of people come out and they act phony in the Raider Nation, you know. And here we go. We got Kevin, Mob Boss, joining this conversation. You know, Mob Boss, you know, you've been on my ass. Oh, we'll let him get in here so he can hear. But Kevin, if you can hear me, man, you know, you've been on my ass about telling the truth, about asking the hard questions. And a lot of people, when I do these kinds of things, like I was saying earlier, I always try to work behind the scenes and go directly to the people. But now you got people out there posting shit. Oh, snakes and haters and yada, yada, yada. They can't stand on their own 2 feet and have a debate, dude. So, you know, let the Raider Nation, let the Raider Nation know, man. This is the Tell the Truth edition.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. I understand. Boy, I can see that you're heated and you know, you got your collar all up and the prickly hairs are standing up. And I understand where you're coming from and really what it is for me. You know how much I'm passionate about the Raiders, the Raider Nation and the Raider fans. I love every one of them dearly. And what I've spoke to you about is people who want to be out front. They want to be the face of the Raider Nation. They want to be ambassadors, because we are not super fans. Super fans is a word for people who want to separate themselves or make themselves better than the normal fan. We are not super fans. We are all fans, just regular fans. In that case, we're all super fans, if that's the way you want to look at it. But putting on a costume or a mask, and you guys, this is not no hater thing. This is something you guys have heard me say probably in every single interview you ever heard me do. Every time I've spoken out in public, you always hear me say the fact that we are, putting on a costume does not suggest that you are a super fan. That's a self-given title. Okay. So, but if you want to be an ambassador, you want to be somebody that represents the nation well, you need to put that face on for the nation, not just in front of the cameras, but you need to put that face on everywhere you go and everything you do, and do it with integrity. And if you cannot do it with integrity, whether a camera's watching, whether nobody's watching, or, you don't think nobody's watching, if you can't do what you do with integrity, stop calling yourself a super fan. Stop trying to be an ambassador to the nation, because that's not the image we want to give to our next generation. We want to show our next generation that we can represent this team, we can represent this fan base with integrity. We don't have to take advantage of each other. We don't have to lie to one another to try to make each other, to make ourselves look better. Let your work speak for itself. You don't have to advertise your work. Just do what you do. Just do what you do, and your work will speak for itself. If you have to feel the need to jump in front of a camera and advertise every little thing you do for pats on the back or likes on Facebook or something like that, you are in this for the wrong reason.
Absolutely,
and just like you said, Homer, I'm sure somebody's going to listen to this and say, my boss is hating on some. I'm not hating on nobody. My job as somebody that's been in this for a long time, just as I was instructed when I got into the game by legends like Mark and Wayne and several others, just as I was instructed, I'm trying to share that knowledge on with you new guys that are coming up and that are trying to do the same thing. I understand zealous, being hungry to represent the nation. I understand all of those things, but there's still a way to do it without, tarnishing the image of what the Raider fan base is. Because when you start doing a lot of this, promote me type of gimmick, you tarnish what has already been laid forth for you.
Right.
You got to remember, there's people like Wayne who have done this for 4 decades. Mark's done it for over 25 years. Raider Jerry, 30 years. There's people who have laid a pathway for us to do this. If you want to, be an ambassador, you want to wear a costume or whatever, there's ways to do it and do it correctly with integrity.
And succeed.
It's just,
succeed.
And succeed. You don't have to, okay, if you want to do charity work, great. More power to you, because the more people working in their communities, that's a great thing. But don't work in your community because you want your persona to get pats on the back. Do it because it's out of your heart and out of the love for what you want to do for your community. Don't do it for the attention. Because if you're doing it for the attention, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You that's not what this is about. And again, it's not that I'm hating on anybody. I just want to help those that are coming, up behind me, pass on the information that was passed to me and taught me how to do this kind of thing, so that we're all doing this the right way and we all represent the nation the right way. And we don't get looked at as those guys. Look at those guys are always trying to jump in front of a camera. Those guys are always trying to get on TV. Those guys are always, because they group us.
Yeah.
They end up grouping us all in one. And we're not all doing the same thing. We're not all looking for attention. We're not all
for that
building brands off of, you know, charity work or whatever, or for pats on the back. We're not all doing that. And really what it does is separates fans who are not dressing and personas, and they say, look at those guys. And now you got people within your own community, within the own Raider Nation, that are looking at those. There goes those guys that are dressing up. They're just looking for cameras, and we all get grouped in the same category, and we're not all doing the same thing. So instead of going to the defensive all the time and saying somebody's hating on me, listen at the message that's being given to you. Sometimes the delivery, because I'm guilty of it, man. Sometimes my delivery is very, very harsh, and people take it the wrong way, and they miss what I'm trying to say to them because I come at them a little. So don't listen to the message from the tone. Listen to the message and try to take that advice and help yourself move forward. And then we can all do exactly what we say we're doing and be united and bring this nation together and show the world, not just the nation, but show the world what good people we are. But if we do it without integrity and we do it for self-serving purposes, that's going to make us all look bad. So again, it's not a hater thing. I love each one of you guys, the new guys that are coming up in the game. I'm trying to give you a little piece of advice, and these same nuggets of advice I'm passing on to you were nuggets of advice that were given to me when I started 15 years ago. So don't take what people are trying to show you or tell you and turn it into, well, you're a hater. You're a hater. You just don't want me to succeed. You don't want me to be as popular as you, or, you know, I got more likes or whatever. That's not the important thing. And if you believe that that's the important thing, you are truly in this for the wrong thing. So just take the words of advice.
The hater thing now the thing is like, oh, because they want to be on TV. That you brought that up too. Let me ask you something. How many here have been on TV?
Well, you know, my boss is
regular TV. I've been on TV over here in Phoenix, but that's not what we're looking. We were looking to be on TV.
What does that mean? What does that matter to y'all? What does being on TV matter to y'all?
It does not matter.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something, Homer, and I probably told you this before. Being on TV doesn't mean a whole lot, because after that 30 seconds of TV air, 2 weeks from once the next week goes by, nobody remembers that.
That's right.
Nobody cares about that.
Right.
So
it's
why
on to the next. It's on to the next.
It's on to the next. So, and real talk, and if you're in the right places at the right times, you're not necessarily chasing a camera, but you just happen to be in the stadium, located in the right places because that's where your seat is, or you're at those events that are being covered by television news cameras and things like that. You're going to get your opportunities to be on TV. So you don't have to chase the attention. The attention will come to you if you're in the right places doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
And so there's no need for
that. I've been in this 11 years, bro. You know, and I again, I'm going to tell you where I started. I started from the bottom. I started looking at. That's where I looked at it and said, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to give me good advice. I've gotten a mob boss. I've got much from." By later, Mark sat with me at Explosion. You know, while I was sick in the back, Mark sat with me, gave me what his knowledge. It's knowledge, man. It's knowledge. Don't take it as hate. Don't take it as that. Take it as they're gonna better you, because you understand one thing. They've stepped in that footstep before. They've stepped in that mud. I've stepped in the mud, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here, but again, it's integrity. It's what I put out. It's what Loyalty Crew puts out. I put out everybody. That's my job, to put out everybody. Now, if you're going to come out and say things and not walk that walk, then that's what I have a problem. But again, I'll let you do what you're going to do, because what's going to happen, you're going to get exposed. It's going to come out. You know, it's going to come out. Believe me, I've seen many come and I've seen many go.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys were saying, like, when I first went to Vegas last year for the New Orleans game, I got out of the Uber and there was a camera crew there, and they're like, "Hey, can we interview you?" And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't really want to be on the camera and all that. And because that's why I wear the stuff, because I wear that gear because I don't like to be. I'm kind of camera shy. It's kind of funny because I put that gear on, it's a totally different person. But I did an interview, and they just asked me a couple things. They interviewed everybody. Mob, I think you were there too. They interviewed Rilla too, and that's the first time that I met a lot of people. Like, I only started wearing my gear since 2017 at the draft in Nashville. But and I met Joker there. That's the first time I really met him, and I talked to him a little bit in the parking lot about things, and it was really good because he gives some advice, just like you said, my boss. Like, it's not about you. If you're trying to get yourself likes and follows and want to be in front of the camera all the time and take pictures and be in every single picture under the sun, you're doing it for the wrong reason. You're an asshat
if you're doing that. You're an asshat if you're doing that.
And the super fan term, like you said, it's like self-proclaimed. To me, everybody in the Raider Nation is a super fan. It's all about the passion you have for your team. Like, I love the Raiders, regardless if I wear gear, I put a mask on or not, I'm still going to be the same Raider fan that I am with that gear on or without. I'm still going to be screaming. I'm going to get to games when I can. And I do the charity when I can. Like, I'm originally from Pennsylvania. I flew down to Austin and did a charity event with Homer for the Pitbull crew. I had no idea. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but it's charity. And I wanted to do it because he's my friend and I want to help out. That's what it's about. It's about helping others, not yourself.
It was the right reasons. Yeah, it was your right reason.
And I've received a lot of backup like that. But this is the thing, though. My boss, you were talking about, your delivery, dude. I'm not using anybody for their anything. I barely even tag people unless we're in a photo together. You know what I mean? So, for me, a lot of people have backed up what I'm doing down here because I'm doing it for the right thing. I want to do it for the right reasons. I want to help people and do better than what I did in the past, dude. So I just look, man, for me, it's like I appreciate everybody that's come down and backed me up. Here's Joker in here talking shit, having fun. He's backed me up from the beginning, dude. I just want, integrity has come up a lot. But for me, it's also accountability. Like, how much are we going to allow to be done before we say something? That's my whole thing. And it's like, I'm tired of people, jumping. Like I've said in the past, be the guy that takes the picture. Don't, ask to be, wait to get invited into the picture. Give back. Look out for others. I'm always sharing somebody else's stuff, so I don't know, man. But I've learned a lot in the last couple of days about who is really about, their brand and who is about the Raider Nation. So for me, like I said earlier, Kevin, when I started off this show, I'm not gonna protect my quote unquote brand at the sacrifice of the Raider Nation's integrity. So that's where I'm at right now. A lot of people advise me not to do this kind of shit, man, but at the same time, it's like, nah, man, I can't be silent anymore. I don't want to do this if I'm covering for a bunch of liars and people that are out there being fake and phony. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a part of that. That's not the way it's supposed to be. I would never be a part of a group of people like that.
For me, that super fan terminology, back in the days, back years ago, my job was to say, hey, you know what? I want these super fans to be exposed. This is why I do what I did. This is why I love my super fan. I'm still a fan. And I say super fans because it's a marketing. I market. I advertise. I understand what Kevin's saying, and I agree with saying. But for me, on a marketing edge, super fans right now, the name itself, that's what draws the people. And I'm just talking about advertising. So until I can phase that out, which I've talked to Kevin before, phase that out. As far as the name, I'll say that. But until I can fade, little by little, it's got to take me a little by little. So people get used to that because when you say super fan, they think, oh, I used to say, hey, I want people to understand. That's why we started back, our show, me and Homer, because I was saying with Homer, man, I want these super fan. I want people to understand. They're just people, man. We're not standing on top of the pedestal. No, we're not. I don't want to be on top of that pedestal. I want to be known as a person that gave, that did, and stood up for the Raider Nation. That's who I'm going to, because my time is going to, Again, circle of life. Believe in that. My time's going to come. I want that next person, as Kevin said, I want that next person to step in there and have good footing. That footer that says, "Hey, man, you know what? I've got something I can work on, and I want that to bring it better. I want to look back and say, hey, that was something that was done, and it's going better than what I had it."
Yeah. You always when somebody gives you something, you always want to return that back to them in better condition than the way you received it. And we've all received an opportunity to be a part of this great organization, this great fan base, and don't take advantage of what we've been given. All of us have been given this opportunity. So don't take advantage of it. Make it better. And the best way to make it better is to do things with integrity. That's the key, man. And integrity will take you a long way, as far as if notoriety is something that you're looking for and you're seeking. Guarantee you will get the notoriety that you want by letting your work speak for itself. You don't have to push your work out there. You don't have to push your face out there. You don't have to jump in front of cameras and pictures and all of this kind of stuff. It'll happen for you naturally. The natural progression of what you're doing will happen if you're just out there doing your thing, man, and man, you don't even I can guarantee you half of the things that myself, KOS, the club I belong to, the Black Hole portions, club, things that we have done that nobody even knows about.
Right.
Nobody even we those are things that just come out of our heart and we just do. And there's no cameras there. There's nobody following us around, and nobody's running to Facebook and saying, look what we did. Nobody's doing that. And
I guess for me, I'm looking to find out. For me, I guess I'm looking to find out, who would do the stuff behind the scenes without the attention. If you're doing it in front of the camera, I question, would you do it if the camera was off? So to me, that's a great point. And Mob Boss, another thing I wanted to talk about is like people. I've talked a little bit about it on the show. People always come to you, asking you to do their events and donate and all this, always asking you to do good things. But when you start to speak on some of the things that they don't like, they always want to turn on you and call you a hater. And that's got to stop. If you want advice from good people like Mob Boss, man, you got to take the good with the bad. And I think that's what this whole episode is about right now. It's not gonna all be flowers and rainbows and we're all skipping down the hill and singing Kumbaya, man. We got to be able to hold each other accountable and say, hey, you lied right there, bro. You can't be doing that. That makes all of us look bad, and then, and again, don't go to he's being a hater. He's being a bully. Or the new one is, he's jealous of not being on TV. Man, fuck being on TV. All right? Fuck being on TV. I've been on that shit. It didn't do a goddamn thing for me.
Exactly.
Stop with all that shit.
I wasn't playing on the field. I wasn't playing on the field, so the Raiders didn't recognize me. I do this for the people that are out there. Yes, I love my team. Love my team since birth. But again, I'm not going to turn for a like or for that. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about putting the content out there for the people to see it. But I'm not putting bullshit out there either. I'm going to put the truth. I'm going to tell you what's happening at that event. I'm going to tell you what it's about. I'm going to, because again, that is my job. That's the job that I chose to do with the Raider Nation. Violator says, hey, we're all pieces of the puzzle here. We all fit somewhere. It's just how you want to fit in your slot. I fit in my slot as bringing good content to the Raider Nation. That's my job. I took that job on. My crew work day and night. We're 24/7. How many people say it? Again, we're 24/7. We're open every day. I've been shut down one time, and that was when Veronica passed away. I shut it down. And we've been at it for 8 years now, every day for 8 years. How much, we're putting all that work in. How much do you think these people want to do it? I'm not paying them. I'm not giving them no money. Nobody's paying me. We're doing it for the nation, man. And these people been with me some of them that long, and they're still doing it. That means they love the nation, man. They love what we're about. Loyalty Crew, we love doing shit like that. If there's something out there good, I want to grab it and put it out there without you have to telling me.
And it's like what I've spoken to Violator, the few times I get a chance to talk to see him, I'm gonna go over, I'm gonna hang next to him. I want to hear everything
Yes.
that I need to do to be, because like Violator, like the first person I've seen as a kid. I used to see him on the Raider fan magazines and everything, and seeing him in person, I turned into a fanboy. Like, that's the Violator, still, forget that I'm even dressed up.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
one thing he always says is, we got to plant that seed, plant that seed to the next generation, plant that seed to the young ones, and bring them up to grow the Raider Nation. My love for the Raider Nation. I grew up as a Raider fan and everything. I was a kid. I grew up with, like I said, in the black hole. When it all my thing, or I'm like, I'm sorry. My history with being a Raider fan and Raider Nation is watching my dad play music at the Black Hole tailgates. Rob Rivera, Dave Monzo, all those guys over there. That's my childhood, and so for me, it's like that's my heritage. This Raider Nation, this is my heritage, and like for me, it's personal. And even like recently, like 2 years ago, or last year, I was going through a lot. Personally, my ankle injury, and my buddy Asylum is the one that kind of like carried me along. He got me onto Homer show. So okay, that's what started August 31st. I remember the day, August 31st, 2020. It's coming up on the anniversary of me showing up on the show.
My birthday.
And that just started. That just kind of like rebooted me. And it pulled me out of the depression that I was in. So that's why this is like a family. And I went back to a show because of that. It's like, it got me started, or got me restarted. And I missed the love and everything from the Raider Nation. So I said, okay, I'm going to dedicate myself back on there. And it pulled me out of the depression that I was in last year. We're supposed to be a family, and we're supposed to be able to tell each other, like face to face, the good things and the bad things. It's like a football team. Like we are. There's the Raiders, and then there's us, Raider fans, the Raider Nation. A team is not going to succeed if you don't have the captains up top telling the rookies and telling the new guys, hey, look, I'm trying to bring you up to what to our level, but I'm going to have to tell you some situations or some things that you're not doing right or whatever too. But you got to take that also, not just the praise, not just the likes, not just the whatever the nice things that comes with this, but also the critiquing you. I want you to succeed, but you have to understand that we need to learn not only from our successes, but also from our I had the word too. I was on this great.
Our faults and things that we do, we need to be checked.
Yes,
bro. I expect that. I expect that, bro. I raise my kids like that. I expect that. If I'm doing something wrong, please check me. I tell my crew too, if I'm doing something wrong, please check me. You know what I'm saying? Check me, because I'm going to check you. You know what I'm saying? So why would I treat anybody any different? That's not a Raider ass thing. You
check people because you care about them.
Right.
That's what that's all about.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
And because obviously, we're all human. We're all people. We all make mistakes. We all do things. Nobody's perfect. And there's, one of the things that I've been checked on by some of the big brothers that surround me is, Mob, you got a good message. You got a good heart. But sometimes you come across and you piss people off the way you say it. So I've even told Homer, I got to tailor the way I speak sometimes so people really understand what it is I'm trying to get across, so it doesn't come across as I'm mad at them or I don't like what they're doing. I'm just trying to help because I want us all to look good. I want us all to succeed. So when people outside the nation and even people in the nation see this, they don't see the bad sides. They only see the good. But if we allow things to go on without being instructed in the correct way or being checked in the correct way, we're just going to destroy ourselves from within, from right within the center. We're going to destroy ourselves, and the best way to destroy any community is to tear it up from the inside.
Yes.
And that's kind of what's going on right now. There's a lot of battles that are going on inside, and it's destroying us from within. We are the strongest fan base in the NFL, and we could slowly go into nothing if we continue to allow this kind of stuff to go on. So just as even though I've been doing this for, and I haven't done it in nearly as long as Wayne or Mark, but I got a little bit of time in, but I take their criticism because I want to have longevity in this game. I want to be able to be an ambassador for a long time. So I take the criticism when they tell me, Mob, we like what you're doing, but you know what? The way you said that on Homer's show last time, or when you got on Captain Jack's show, you said this, and you got to tailor. And so I've been working on that, trying to make my delivery of messages a little bit more where people can receive them better instead of just automatically going on the offensive. And that way. So I've been trying to do that. And even with, some of you guys on this phone call know, I've even extended myself out to play mediator because I don't want to see people having battles with one another. And I will extend myself again because I know Homer's having a situation, and I know this is a lot of what today's show is about.
No, I don't have a situation. Let's clear the air right now. I don't have a situation. Other people have a situation. I'm not the one backing the liar. I just got the evidence that the motherfucker's a liar. All right, and let's just put it out there, right? Whether I say something, I hadn't been saying shit. I've been letting y'all do what y'all do, right? I just been watching. But you know what? There's still division. I didn't have nothing to do with that division. I didn't have a goddamn thing to do with that division, but it was still there. So don't blame me for there being division. I'm just speaking out now. I'm just letting you know. You want to call people snakes? Hey, you got a snake in your motherfucking group. I never told a lie. I didn't go on air telling lies to make myself look better. Understand that, all right? I'm just saying something now because, like I said, man, I don't give a shit about being on TV, and I've been on TV, all right? If this show, if people that have been advising me say that my show's going to tank after this, okay. But at least I spoke my mind. And you know what? You can't ever say I lied to you. You can't ever say, all you can say is that I stayed silent too long trying to protect this quote unquote brand. But you know what? This right here, that's the brand. I'm still going to watch Raider games. Like I said, I'm going to go to games. Kevin, we've become friends. If I'm not Raider Homer, can I still hang out with you?
Absolutely.
Okay? Same goes to all you guys. I don't need to be Raider Homer. Okay? I don't even introduce myself as Raider Homer for the most part. Because I don't want, like I said, and I have seen it where people treat you differently when I introduce myself as my real name, and then they react differently when they've been told who, quote unquote, the Raider Homer. They act differently, and I'm not cool with that, man. And no, don't do all this. I don't know. I know I'm talking in circles, but I don't have a situation. I'm not the one lying. I'm not the one going around. Making up stories to explain some stupid ass shit that you didn't even have to lie about. Like what? But I can't trust that. I can't trust that liar. One lie, hey man, that tells me that you're capable of doing that more often. And if it's so small, shit, you ain't gonna admit to a big lie. You ain't gonna admit to a big situation. You're gonna really lie your way out of that. That's just psychology, right? So I don't know, bro.
All about the shield. It's about the shield.
Okay. Kevin, Joker's in here saying, please tell him that I love him. So you're getting some love in the circle.
I love you, brother, and I love everybody that's on this phone call, and even the ones that are out there listening. My boss has love for all of you guys. I don't put in this work, blood, sweat, and tears, and run around here for people that I don't care about. You know what I mean? I don't have to do this. I feel like I've been granted an opportunity to do some fabulous things for the Raider Nation, and I love our fan and I love our fan base. So every one of you guys, even people that feel like, maybe Mob pulled my coattail a little too hard. I pulled your coattail because I love you. If I didn't pull your coattail, then I probably don't care about you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So just what it is. And even people who think that they're close to me or whatever the case may be, they put me in, I put them in check, and they'll put me in check. Joker, as a matter of fact, when we were in Canton, he spoke to me about a couple of things that, he just think, not that I was doing anything wrong, but he just wanted to give me some advice to keep my head straight. And instead of taking the defensive to what he was saying, I said, that's my brother who's looking out for me, and he wants advice. And I took that advice and I took it to heart. So sometimes you have to put down the defensive part of your and be able to be receptive to criticisms, to information, to little bits and nuggets to help you better as a person, especially as a Raider person maneuvering through the Raider Nation. So if I could get any message out there today, my message would be, stop trying to defend things. Listen to what people are trying to give you. They're giving you advice to help you succeed because they've already seen it. They've already done it. They've already been there. So if somebody says, hey, man, that's not really the right way to handle this, or the right way to do this thing that you're trying to do, listen to them, because they've already been through it. They know what they're talking about. So instead of always defending yourself, sometimes put your guard down just a little bit and listen to what people are trying to give you, and accept the information, because that's really all it is. We're all trying to do the best for the nation. We're all trying to do the best for our communities, but we all want to see each other do it in the right way. And so don't be defensive. Somebody pulls your coattail, just say, you know what, let me receive that a little bit. Maybe you don't even have to respond to it right then. Maybe you might need a day or two to really think about it and figure out what's really going on there. So don't always be on the defensive, and because I've heard this a lot. Oh, they're hating on me. They're hating on me.
Right.
They're really, if somebody's speaking the truth to you and they're giving you some truth and some facts, take that as what it is. Don't turn it into, it's a hater thing. It's not a hater.
Take that knowledge, man. Take that knowledge,
take
bro.
Knowledge, take the knowledge and
use that.
It. Use that to make yourself better, and use that to maneuver your things better. And then you're going to get that notoriety you're probably seeking. You're going to get the camaraderie you're looking for. You're going to get the backings and support of the nation as a whole. When people see you doing good things with integrity and not for self-serving purposes, you're going to get what you're seeking. You're going to, and it might not happen. And I think a lot of what goes on is we're in a new generation where I call the microwave generation. Everybody wants something right now. They want to heat it up and fast. They want it right now. Where, me being almost 50 years old, I come from a time where you kind of had to earn it, and it took a little while. You know what I mean? You might not have got it right away. You had to put in some time to get where you wanted to be. Well, we got to get over that microwave generation and just understand some things don't happen right now, and you can't force it to happen right now. Because when you start forcing things, then you start cutting corners, and you start taking shortcuts, and then that's when you got people pulling your coattail because you're not doing something right. Take your time, slow down. Do it the right way. Have great integrity about everything you do, so that even when you're not around, because a lot of times these people are patting you on the back, but as soon as you turn your back or you're not there, they're talking mad stuff about you because they see you doing things wrong, and they may not have the guts or the balls to tell you to your face, so they talk about you behind your back. And that's not what you want. You want people to say,
bro. That's self-serving.
You want people to say good things about you when you're there. You want them to say good things about you when you're not there. That's what you need to strive for. And the only way to do that and have people look at you that way is to do everything, every step, every move you make. Do it with integrity, and do it with a not self-serving heart. Do it with an open heart, because you're really out there trying to do something positive for the nation, for your communities, and anything else you get yourself involved with. So stop being on the defensive, guys. Look, this is a family,
Yeah.
and family wants to help each other. And sometimes helping each other, big brothers slap the little brother to get him straight. You know what I mean? It
Right.
happens. It happens. Sometimes you just got to take that little slap and you move on and you fix it, so you don't do it the next time. So stop being so defensive, Raider Nation. Stop looking at your brother when he tells you something, unless he's lying to you. If he's lying to you, then that's one thing. But if he's giving you some real facts and he's telling you something positive to help you, maneuver, yeah, it might hurt a little bit. It might sting a little bit, but take that in and fix it and say, you know what, maybe they're giving me something that's worthy to help me do things a little better, because nobody knows how to figure this thing out. We're all learning. But you got to learn from the people that's already been down the path, man. And that's so stop being so defensive, Raider Nation. That's all I'm saying. Look out for those that are looking out for you, and listen up when somebody's, giving you some good advice, man. Don't always take it so harsh. And like I said, my boss is even trying to change up the way he delivers things sometimes, because even with my own children, sometimes I come at them a little harder than I should, and they miss the message because all they do is hear dad kind of barking, So
Right.
I'm even trying to, even this conversation, I'm tailoring it because I want the message to get through. I don't want people to just hear me barking. I want them to really hear the message so that we can help. And I know Homer's going to bark enough for all of us, but somebody's got to be that
Voice.
wave, right? And
That voice.
they mentioned earlier, everything. If you've ever had conversation with Violator, he always leaves you with the whole planting seeds thing.
Mhm.
He always leaves you with that every time. But what I've found about planting seeds, right? When you plant a seed, you might grow a fruit tree, but every piece of fruit on that tree doesn't ripen in the right way. Sometimes you get some bad fruit that gets rotten, but what you have to do with that fruit that gets rotten, you prune it so that a new good piece of fruit grows there. So when you see something that is not right and you stand up and you go into that person and say, this ain't right, it's just a pruning process so that you can grow some good fruit, because they don't want to see you keep producing bad fruit, if that makes any sense. So it's a pruning process. So every seed doesn't always blossom into, this just great apple tree with all the best apples. There's going to be a few bad apples on that tree. So you got to do your pruning to make sure that, when you trim that little branch off or whatever, next time that branch grows, there's going to be a good piece of fruit hanging in there. And so let people prune you. Let them prune the bad stuff out of you so that good fruit will grow in you. Boy, I'm sounding more and more like my big brother Wayne, man. He done got to me.
Well, but that's true. You took advice from a person that's knowledgeable. You took that knowledge, applied it. You seen that knowledge and you applied it. You received that message and took it as knowledge. Everything goes back to that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't listen, anything I listen from you, I listen from Joker, I listen from people around me. It's like I'm taking that and saying, okay, or I watch. I say, okay, that's the way to be. Because you know why? Because that's what kind of person that we should all be. Follow that way. We all make mistakes, bro. I got mistakes all over the place with my kids, with that. But again, if I didn't make that better, just as you just said about your kids, if I didn't make that better, my kids.
Oh, he froze up. No, and we got another person that's wanting to come in here again. I just want to make sure who's choking the dog. Joker's in here being a fool. Like I said, man, it's just here he comes.
Nothing I said, and I always ask.
Look, y'all, there's some heavy hitters, man, in the Raider Nation. As I was trying to tell people that I've been debating with today, that talk about this topic, man, all behind the scenes. You know what I mean? That care, man. They do care, and they're not being haters. But everybody is afraid to say something or may not want to say something because, of course, then oh, here comes the haters. They're being haters. They're jealous. Oh, look at this. And it's just a bombardment of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And so, look, I don't understand how you're going to say that you're all about unity, but the first thing you do is go post on Facebook about some snakes out there and all this and that. Like, look, man, just look, man. Hey, look, I like I said, I took this shit to Messenger today. And I sent a video out to a few people that I knew needed to hear that shit because it's a fucking lie. And I caught that fool in a lie because they're boisterous and they like to brag and they got caught. All right? So I'm just letting you know, I'm not here to fucking sit here and protect my brand. Fuck my brand, okay? I'm not going to fuck with people that are liars, man. I'm not going to fuck with people that back liars. You want to try to tell me it's on, I'll destroy you and all this and that, and I made you, man, you didn't make shit. Make it be clear, I'm the one that fucking learned how to use this equipment. I'm the one that networked. I met my boss before I met most of you motherfuckers, man. All right, so if anybody helped me put this channel together the right way, it'd be my boss. But then again, there's Joker in the chat line who I met before I met my boss, and he's been in my ear. And you know what? He probably advised me not to do this, you know. But hey, like I said, I'm tired of not saying anything. But with all that being said, hey, Captain Jack, you got to unmute your mic. But Captain Jack's here to chime in on this, y'all. It's not just Raider Homer being a hater. He's jealous. He's not on TV. Fuck being on TV. All right? Fuck being on TV. Let's just make that clear right now. This is Raider Homer Uncensored right now. Fuck being on TV. All right? And fuck you if you're a liar. And you know who I'm talking to. You don't come on my fucking platform and act like you're a badass and doing all these good things, and then you go out and you act like a little bitch and you lie. All right? And then you go in the messenger, ooh, he's being a hater. He's being, man, fuck that. You want me to meet you in your face? I'll tell you in your face. Man, Captain Jack, you got to unmute your mic. But my bad, y'all. I like I said, man. You know, Kevin, you talked about moderating between me and a person on this call. You know why Kevin did that? Because me and a person on this call had the balls to call each other out.
That's right. And we worked a long time, bro. And again,
here's Captain Jack.
My boss, Michael, all these guys, anytime I've asked them for anything, why do you think they're there? And why do you think if they ask me, I'm going to be there? Because they're solid. They've given me advice. They know me. They know that character I'm going to come out with. Yeah, I do other things, but that character, Max, that's who I am. They know Max. It's ridiculous that I don't like putting stuff on Facebook. You see, my content has always been positive. You see my boss, it's always been positive. You see Oakland, it's always been positive. Jason, always been positive. You can't survive out here doing these kind of things. You got a problem, go to my face. You got a problem with me, come to my face. Don't send me messages, you're going to hurt me, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Because again, I truly don't care.
All right, cool. Captain, why don't you go ahead and chime in real quick?
Okay, hey, Homer, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I don't know if there's a camera on or not because again, I gotta undo my phone so I can actually hear you. Oh, good. Okay, well, I'm kind of coming in late, so I apologize to everybody. I got your message as I'm leaving work, and again, my schedule is such that I don't get a chance to see the show from the jump. But what is the crux of the conversation, and why are we all heated tonight?
Okay, so I came across some evidence that show that two people are out there lying, all right, and trying to cover their ass on something that's so minuscule. They didn't even have to do that, but the fact that they lied makes me completely lose respect for them. And then some of the people that are backing them are now, talking about always talking about unity and shit, are now out there on Facebook creating more division. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go on my show then, because like I've said before, a lot of people on this line have told me that I need to start asking the hard questions, that I need to, be a little more concerned, right? And I've always tried to approach this as like a journalist, right, documenting the Raider Nation. All right, I've always tried to do that, but a part of that is telling the ugly truth and calling people out and not allowing people to hide behind the words like them calling you a hater or them calling you a bully or them saying you're jealous, because really that cuts off all discussion right there and creates division. So for anybody to start throwing that shit out there really doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's just talking out of the side of their neck, But anyways, this is Tell the Truth edition.
Okay, well, yeah, I can dig that. And again, I want to say hello to everybody that's here. I'm not sure. I thought I heard Max, and I thought I heard Mob Boss, and I know that
we got Oakland Raiders Savage,
was
Mob
in there
Boss, Max,
somewhere.
Demon King, and Captain Jack. Some heavy hitters, y'all. People that do good things in the Raider Nation and don't act like camera whores.
What's up?
Oh, okay. Well, if we're talking camera whores, I have a few in mind, but I'll keep my mouth firmly in check.
No, this is tell the truth. But yeah, okay. No, we did say we're not gonna bring up names. We don't want to give them the platform. They know it when they're listening. They know.
Well, I will say this, and again, excuse me for coming in late, but here's the deal, and Homer can back me on this. There are people who shall remain nameless that are fucking worthless pieces of shit in my mind that portend to be positive forces within Raider Nation. And I'm saying it right here. I've said it on posts on Facebook. I said it, I wouldn't piss on them if they were on fire. And Homer knows exactly one or two of the people that I'm talking about. Now, here's the other thing as well, because I like to stay above the fray. The only way that I will dime said people out is if I see that a friend of mine is going into some shark-infested waters in a way that I wouldn't want them to be, chewed up, or not even chewed up, but have a bad situation with. I will go and tell them, hey, man, X person, you might want to take a nice look at, open your eyes up, because they are not worthwhile. And that's the only reason why I say that, is because I have friends in mind. Homer is a good friend of mine. I have never done anything to my knowledge. And, Homer and I have had it out occasionally. And I've gone up to Homer and said, hey, man, if I said something to you that was a little over the top, I apologize, because I want to make sure I maintain that friendship. And we've gone to such things again where I want to make sure that I don't do anything, because I enjoy Homer, and Homer is a good guy. And Mob Boss is here, and Max is here, and Jason is awesome. And I have utmost respect, and I love all of the people that are on this call that are listening. Oh, and Joker, apologies, I missed Joker.
No, Savage. Don't leave out Savage.
Oh, okay. Well, again, fucking A, I love everybody that's here.
Okay, let it roll, Jack.
Okay, but that's the truth, and it's like, but here's the thing: we got a tight group, and there are. I think it kind of like the in the and I'm going to use like a bad analogy here. There's like the Marvel universe. And the what's the other one? The DC universe, right? Yeah. Okay, well, within Raider Nation, there's a Marvel universe and a DC universe, and sometimes they mix and sometimes they don't. But like Homer said, and I will back him on this, there's a lot of people out there that are all about, clicks and look what I did and look at me and all this other shit. And it pisses me off. It does. It pisses me off, because I don't do X to get publicity. Mob doesn't do X to get publicity, nor does Max, nor does Joker, nor does Jason, nor does Savage. We do things out of the goodness of our hearts. And a lot of times we don't pub about it because it's nobody's fucking business what we do for the good of people. Okay. And yeah, I am not an angel. I am not an angel, nor do I profess to be an angel. But you know what? Fuck you if you're coming after my friends here. And again, I have one or two people in mind. So fuck you. I feel like Al Pacino instead of a woman.
Bad guy.
And Jimmy and Danny and Biggin, fuck you too.
Hoorah. Hoorah. I mean, look, again, it's just it's like this, man. If I'm sending something in Messenger and I'm putting out something that needs to be said, needs to be seen, it's because it needs to be said and it needs to be seen. So I'll keep my shit behind the scenes. I know how to do that. I know a lot of shit and I don't say shit because it's none of my fucking business. All right. But the thing is, though, is don't take it to Facebook and don't go out there and start acting like I'm some bad guy and then you don't support me, and you've made me. That's not true, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody here has been a strong supporter of this channel, and none of y'all have ever told me that y'all have made me. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe except Max, but hey, it's Max. But me and Max go around.
Wait a second.
Me and Max will go around.
Are you
we'll hash shit out. And so don't sit there and say that you made me, that you made this channel, that you did all this and that. You didn't do that shit, man. You didn't make this channel. You don't represent. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Look, I'm from Texas. All right, we're don't act like this is your state. Come on, man. Don't do that. But I don't want anybody right here going and fighting all this and that, because I'm going to tell you right now, as everybody here on this show has already said, they'll come and talk to me if they got a fucking issue, and I'll go talk to them if they got an issue. But never have you seen us put any of that shit out there on Facebook. All right, so just come and talk to me. Just come talk to me, and we can talk it out. But don't try to talk over me and try to. And I'm sorry, I'm not really going to listen to you if you're defending liars. I can't do that. I can't do that. That sacrifices my integrity as a fucking human being, man. As a man, I'm not gonna be hanging out with liars, bro. Especially with some petty shit. But
we help each other, bro. We help each other. That's the thing with the group. Even like I said, my boss asked him to come to this party this week. That weekend. He was there, man. Anybody I've ever had. Joker came all the way to Tennessee at one time. I asked, hey, Joker, I need you to come out, man. I don't know if I'm going to make it. He was there, man. I turned around. There he is. This is what I'm talking about. That's that respect that was earned. I give them respect. They give me respect. We're enough to handle that. I don't care who it is. You give that, I'm going to give it back to you. And again, I've got messages. I just sat down with Gorilla, like I said, an explosion. Man, that message was loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? What I got to do to avoid where I was at. So, I've asked questions. Hey, how do you stay away from this stuff? You've been around for almost 30 years or so. How do you stay away from this junk? But again, sometimes we got to step up and say something. That's just the way it is sometimes. Again, if they're going to listen to somebody, please listen to us. We fucking love y'all. We're just trying to put content out there that's good for people. Bring stuff for people. How many people? There was an explosion, man. There was an explosion. There was a lot of people. Why? Because there was love given out. There was love being given out. That's why this year I fell in love with it, Eminem Productions. Because let me tell you what, they're about giving it back to the community, giving it back to the nation in a proper way. Let's do that, man. That's all we got to do. And we'll all be all right. And they're always going to be, like Kevin said, that rotten piece of apple or whatever is going to be there. We can't fix that. I'm not worried about that. I'm going to move on because there are other people that need help. There are other people that need help.
Right. Yeah. I feel that, the real ones are going to stay around, and the ones that are not here for the right purpose, they will find themselves out the door on their own way. They will find themselves out. There are people who were doing this for a long time that have seen themselves get exited over some stuff they posted that they shouldn't have posted. I'm not going to name which fan that was. It was a couple of years ago. A tragedy went down. He thought it was funny to post about it. Now you don't hear from him because the Raider Nation will come in and be like, hey, that wasn't cool. That wasn't right. People lost their lives. That wasn't cool. Now you don't see them around anymore. We police ourselves, and one of our biggest attributes can also be our biggest downfall. Our pride and our passion, not for our team, but also for our Raider Nation. The ones giving the messages and the ones receiving the messages. The ones giving the messages, we're proudful about what we're trying to say, and we have the passion. And sometimes we can come off, like my boss said, like Homer, Max, Demon King. We might come off a little bit too strong, but it's not because we don't like you. It's that this is our blood. This is what we love. It's passion, and then the pride kicks in from the person who hears from it that this is how you feel about me, and it takes a negative way. You know, it's not what it is. Try to understand where we're coming from. We try to understand. We try to find a way to say it in a way for you to understand, but you also have to feel why we're saying it. It's the love, the passion, and the pride of the Raiders and our Raider Nation family. So don't take anything personal. It's just sometimes we gotta light that fire in you to let you know that this is how it's supposed to be. I'm trying to light a fire in you. Sometimes I gotta burn you with the fire so you can feel it and know that this is strong. What we have is strong, and we don't want anybody to come in that doesn't have the right integrity, that doesn't have the right, way of going about it to bring us down. Like my boss says, we can implode ourselves. That's the only way we're gonna get. That's the only way we're gonna come down is if we implode ourselves, because we are the strongest. We are the strongest fan base out there. There is no other. There is no nation but Raider Nation. All the other fan bases want to be like us. They want to be like us. That's they look at us as inspiration, but we need to look at each other for inspiration and also integrity and accountability.
Competition, bro.
Yeah, it's not competition.
Exactly.
We are all our own personalities. We're all our own, we might have people have the same similar looks or I don't like the word costume, but similar but we just have to put it out there in our own way, but we can't hate on each other. We just have to let each other know, like, hey, look, this is this and this is that. But the older I don't like to say the older generation either. The veterans are trying to help us out. I don't consider, I'm only 5 years in as my character. I'm a lifetime Raider Nation. I'm a lifetime, black hole from the beginning. They call me the black hole child, black hole son, whatever. But I look at guys like the Mob Boss and the Violator, Senor, Gorilla Rilla, like those are pillars. And I know they won't say it out loud. They won't say that that's who they are. But to me, 5 years in, I'm looking at them, and if they gotta tell me something I'm doing wrong, if they gotta tell me something that I need to know, I'm gonna listen, because they're like my coaches. Those are my coaches. You want a coach to get in your face and not get in your face, but let you know, hey, this is what you need to do. This is what you're doing wrong. This is what you need to do right. I used to coach high school football. Sometimes you got to kind of get in them if they're not listening the first time. I'm the type of person that I want you to get in my face and be like, look, you're not doing it right. My best friend here, right, in Hayward where I live, he gets on my damn nerves, but he tells me straight up, look, what you're doing, this is not cool. Dude, you need to be like this, you need to be like that, but I respect him for that, and I will listen to what he's saying because I know where he's coming from. He has my back, and he wants me to succeed. If he has to get in my face, that's him saying, look, I got to get in your head so you can learn that this is what you're doing is not right. And that's all I got to say. That's what we need to do is just understand the message we're trying to give, understand the message you're trying to receive. And that's really what it is.
Hey, they got to stay away from this. Facebook, I've said it before, Facebook is a platform to what you want to put out. If you want to put out negative, and I'm about positive. If you go put positive, put that positive out there, man, because you're going to actually draw the right person towards you. They're going to respect it. My boss hit it on that too. You're going to, man, it took me 11 years. I didn't do it in 1 year. I didn't do it in 6 months. You see, it was work every day, work, because that's what I wanted to do for the nation. That's what it's about. I built myself to emulate the best that the Raider Nation could bring out. That's what I want people to look at, And like I said, these guys in here, that's what it's about, man. We're doing it for y'all. We're doing it for us. As far as saying, hey, you know what? We have an opportunity to do this. Let's do it. On the show, it was on the Raider Nation magazine. We were interviewing Mob Boss. Mob Boss was there. It was also, we had Wayne, me and Homer had him on there. Our uncle spoke up. He says, you got to be like the uncle coming in and settle these kids down. I mean, you go hear that show. You'll hear my boss getting off. I mean, excuse me, Violator getting off because he was tired of this. He's tired of this division. He's tired of this fighting. So he was actually yelling at you. So go look at that, and you're gonna see from the top that the top is tired of all this stuff. If you're gonna go on and say, hey, you know what? Watch out for this snake. Watch it. You are causing division. You're not saying, hey, let's get together. Okay, let's settle this. Say what you got to say backwards. Say what you got to say backwards, and let it and go on. Move on. You see what I'm saying? But again, you cannot take your Raider Nation platform if you're building on good things and take it and put messages out like that, because you're dividing it. You're picking your side, pick my side, pick your side. I did that in high school, man. You know what I'm saying? You gonna hang around with him? No, you can't hang around with me. No, come on, we're grown-ups, man. We're grown-ups. I didn't put my age here, but we're grown-ups, man. Why am I gonna be fighting with somebody, over nothing?
Right.
As far as what they're trying to do. No, you know what? Nobody came out and said anything about your brand. Nobody came out there. So the defense, it's on that person. That person's getting defensive. Let it go, man. Let it go. Show love. Take the high road, as they say. And I've took that many times. Take that high road and just go on and do your thing. You see, but do it right, man. Integrity.
That's the key word, man. Integrity. That's the word to everything, man.
Start pushing that word, bro.
Integrity, man. It is. That's not just amongst the Raider Nation. That's in your life. You should always do things with integrity. Like I said, you want people to be able to speak to you and speak about you in good light, even when you're not in the room, because people will say a lot of things to you in your face and pat you on the back, but then as soon as you're gone, they say, that guy. That's not what you want. But if you're living your life and you're doing things with integrity, and they won't be able to say anything negative about you when you're not around. They only can say good things about you. You know what I mean? So just the way you present yourself, how you and if it's about building a brand, build your brand with integrity. Build your brand with integrity, and then you'll get the support of the nation that you want behind your brand. So certain things, Joker, he ain't said much here, but I know he's in the chat line. One thing I really appreciate about
you a Mob Boss Flowers and Rainbows patch next, so.
And I will endorse it like a mug, man. I
yeah,
swear I will.
I'll show it every show.
But he always says something when he puts out his merchandise, and he says the Raider Nation needs a quality product and quality material, and that means the people too. We need to have quality. We need to be quality people. We need to be people that all of us can say, I'm proud of what my brother's doing. I'm proud of what my sister's doing over there. I want to support that because I know there's quality behind it. I know there's integrity behind it. So that message is not that Joker puts out is yes, it's about his brand and his clothing and the type of clothing that he puts out is quality stuff. I understand that, but that message speaks so much volumes about the Raider Nation as a whole. We all should be doing everything with integrity and with quality so that nobody can tear us down. You can't tear up quality, man, because stuff that's made with good quality, it lasts forever. It lasts forever. And if you want to have longevity in this Raider game, you want to have longevity in the Raider Nation, do your things with integrity and do your things with quality.
Absolutely.
Agreed, man.
And remember, it's not wrong to hold each other accountable. That's not hating. That's not bullying. Call it what it is. It's holding each other accountable. My boss, you keep bringing up, I don't know what, I don't want, what people going to talk bad, whatever, but sometimes that's just the way it is. But you're right. I'm trying to live it to where they can't say anything bad. You understand what I'm saying? Because that means I had integrity. I held myself accountable. I listened to the people that were trying to teach me something. And sometimes it takes me a minute to process the information, but I'm trying to listen. I know I'm not perfect. I'm trying to get better. But the point
Well,
is, though,
trust me. I'm gonna pull your coattail about a few things after we get off because I got to tailor you too. So those of you who are listening, I'm not just always cuddling Homer and talking stuff that people. No, those messages go out to my brother too because I want him to be great and succeed as well. And I want his show to do well. So I'm gonna pull his coattail about a few things. I won't do it in public, but he knows I call him all the time. And I'm going to pull his coattail about a few things because, he got a little fired up and a little heated today. And I'm going to let him get it off his chest. And then once, and then I'm going to come with a cup of water and put some of that flame out.
It's fine, bro. But like I said, man, when I just sent some things out to some people that I had respect for, you know what I mean? Just so that they knew, okay? So that they knew. You know what I'm saying? And when people come at me, I'm being a hater and I'm jealous, man, you ain't got shit that I'm jealous about. I'll tell you that right now. I could give a fuck less. I don't give a fuck about what other people have.
I'm sure they got the message. If they haven't got the message yet, bro, I got it.
Yeah.
I hate that, dude, because like I said, these are some people that I respected, man. I thought that, hey, I'm going to show you this, man, because this is something that's serious, man. And then all of a sudden, you're going to tell me I'm dividing and shit, but you're the one posting on Facebook about haters and shit. I mean, you're creating division. It's asinine to sit there and point the finger at somebody and call them fucking a divider when you're sitting there. All you do is post about drama all the fucking time, dude. Come on, man. Get real, man. Get real, dude. Some people build their fucking empires on drama. And so, like I said, I've had an eye-opener thing going on here lately, dude. There's some small things. These are small things, man. But a lie, man, I don't fuck with liars, dude. I don't fuck with liars. I can't look at them the same way. And hell no. You're a liar. So, yeah. But, yeah, hey, and I do appreciate you, Kevin, always, in my ear trying to tell me to calm down because I get fired up, and like I said, if I wanted to be uncensored, I could be uncensored. But I'm trying to do what people were saying to take more of a positive approach. But at this point, I'm positive that I don't want to be a part of a lying-ass group of people, okay? And I am positive that the Raider Nation is the best fan base in the world. But I'm also positive, when it comes to being a vanguard for what has been done. There's a lot going on about Vegas versus Oakland, and I haven't always been on the right side of either of those fences, but this is what I've said in the past, man. When I went to Oakland, I saw what the hell y'all were doing over there, man, and that was special. And now what I'm seeing on these internet, groups, these internet era or whatever you want to call it, I can't get behind that, man. And then today, sharing some of the information that I had to get called out like that, man. Man, you just put yourself in the group with that guy. I mean, you took that guy's back, dude. I mean, okay. And I've seen it a lot, man. I've seen it a lot. I've seen people say what they want to say about me, and then they move on, and they go and see some really fucked up people. And then they realize that, hey, Homer's not really fucked up. He's just, he's going to say what he says. And I will tell you, anything that I got to speak on my mind, I'll tell you. Captain Jack just said we bumped heads. Max has said we bumped heads, man. It's because I'm going to speak my mind, and I'm not afraid to tell you face to face, It doesn't have to be anything like that. We can squash this right now. But you know what? After we squash it, the fact remains that motherfucker's a liar. All right? And I'm not going to attach my name, and I am pissed off that he came onto my platform acting like that and then went out there and did that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't rep Raider Nation like that.
Well, it's your platform. Yeah, it's your platform. Yeah, and I think I might have to get a bigger cup of water, actually. But but it is your platform, and you have the right to take care. You know what I mean? To rep your platform the way you want to rep it, and but like I told you this, some time ago about being a media host as yourself and as several others. It's about journalism, and sometimes journalism, you watch the evening news every night. It's not always the good, positive stories on the evening news. You hear about murder and everything else and things that are going on, We just lost, the 12 soldiers over there in Afghanistan. So you hear about all the different things in the media, and you being a media host of the Raider Nation and being a journalist of the Raider Nation, sometimes you're going to have to speak on things that are not so great, not so happy, not so, but that's just a part of it. But that's a way that we are able to show the full face of the nation. And then those things that are not, that we don't like about the nation, if it's out there face to face and out in the forefront, then people can look at it and say, okay, what can we do to change this? How do we fix this? How do we not have this? But if we don't have those conversations, then it just sits in the background and festers and turns into something much bigger than it needs to be. So sometimes
a cancer.
It becomes a cancer. And so it's one of those things that sometimes you might have to bring out, and being a good journalist, if you want to be a successful journalist, you're going to have to report both sides of the news, not just the good, but the bad as well. Right. And maybe even some of these other podcasts and Facebook shows or whatever else people are doing out there, maybe they need to start looking at some of that too, stop just focusing on, we got things going on in the Raider Nation. We got things going on, and that's another thing. The whole there. I've said before, the Raider Nation table is humongous, and there's room for all of us to sit down and eat. There's no need for competition, no need for mimicking, copying, any of that stuff. You could be original and still find a niche for yourself here in the Raider Nation. You don't have to say, well, let me take, so-and-so's blueprint and follow that blueprint because that blueprint is successful, so I'm going to follow that. You don't have to do that. You could come up something totally original, and guarantee you, if you put the effort into it, you're going to get the success you're looking for. So it's just one of those things, man. So I think that just people as a whole, we need to face some of our issues, some of our problems within the Raider Nation family head on and get them resolved instead of pushing them to the back, burner. And, when we see each other, we just hug and shake each other's hand and then walk away and say that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because that happens so much. Because we want to keep it cordial in public, you know what I mean? And then as soon as they walk away, oh, fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we need to hit things head on. And Captain Jack, you remember I said this on your show, as being ambassadors, that we've been honored enough to be put in the right places to be considered an ambassador or a face of the nation. Maybe it's time for some of those faces to step up and point some of these things out and speak up about some of these things so that they can be corrected and because they'll listen. They listen to those people who they think are out in the forefront. You have a following for a reason, you know what I mean? Because people are paying. And so it's time for us to stop sitting in the background and not saying anything and keeping things to ourselves in order, because a lot of times we think not saying anything keeps the peace. Well, really, it doesn't keep the peace. It just puts a mask on a wound that's bleeding profusely. We're putting a Band-Aid on it. We're not really healing the wound. And so it might be time for some of these ambassadors, Captain Jack. I'm not gonna start calling people out because then I'm maybe put them on the spot that they have to do something. But those people who are representative of the nation in the face, if we would start speaking up and saying things about things that are wrong instead of, sitting in the background and just watching it happen and watching the cancer spread, maybe we can terminate some of this stuff and because we're not trying to kick nobody out of the nation. Nobody's trying to X nobody away from doing what they do, but do it in a positive light that we can all shine. And when they see you, they can say, man, look at that Raider Nation, man. They got it together. They got it together. You want it to be looked at that way because they do no matter what portion or what role you play in the Raider Nation, people, they put us all together as one because we move as one. We move as one. So when one of us is doing something wrong or something then they think about all of us that way. So if we could start correcting those ones and twos that aren't really doing things with integrity and with quality, and we could pull their coattail just a little bit and fix those things up, then we all look good. We all look great.
And look, let me hop in right here real quick because this is, I think, the main thing is like we need to take a look at ourselves, right? So for instance, right now, man, 14. It's been holding on 14 viewers, right? And so I usually hold at right around 10. But it always seems like whenever there's going to be drama, Raider Nation wants to show up. You see what I'm saying? We've talked about this in the past. A lot of the shows, that are all about drama or whatever, a lot of Raider Nation shows up. So I'm just saying, let's take a look at ourselves, man. You know what I mean? Because if we could do some things behind the scenes and then work it all out behind the scenes, we're not going to have to take this shit to air. And like I said, I try not to take a lot of shit to air, but today, man, I've had it, man. I've had it, dude, especially after, I talked to somebody that I confided in, and boom, all of a sudden, I'm this, I'm that, and blah, blah. Nah, man, take a look at yourself, dude, because you're aligning yourselves with people that are lying, dude, all in the name of protecting what you're calling your idea. You know what I'm saying? And so there's nothing involving integrity right there, dude. And then let's ask ourselves the questions. Why do we always tune in to the controversial shows and things like that? And why, and a lot of people we talked about fundraising and things like that. Let's ask ourselves, why is it so hard to get people to donate? But if it's something about Mob Boss talking about somebody wearing this one costume, everybody's jumping in. Like we got to take a look at ourselves, and police each other to a certain extent. Because you're right, Kevin. What one does reflects on us all. And I'm telling you, man, I don't want people looking at me thinking, oh, that dude's just doing it to get on the camera. No, I'm not. I'm doing it because it's fun. And the Raider Homer is a homer. I'm a homer. You know what I mean? And so it's just to have fun, dude. I don't know, man. I'm so upset. I'm disappointed today, dude, because, like, dude, I had a whole show lined up, but because Homer says something, well, we're not going to do the show. Okay, cool. So guess what? You're not the only one that comes on the show. You didn't build this show. The folks that have been on this show had more of a hand in it than you did. You know what I mean? You thought you was going to take your people off, and that was it. You're going to show Homer a lesson? Man, I'm going to call in my folks. And we're going to talk about what we've been talking about. And because you know what? Like Kevin's saying, you don't want people talking about this shit behind your back. You want them to come to your face, and I did that. So I think it's, I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. I do. Because, like I said, a lot of people are back there saying, oh, Homer's just being a hater. But they need to hear it from you. If they always want to listen to you guys, right, they need to hear the truth. It's Tell the Truth edition. And we got to watch out for what's going on in the Raider Nation and call people out. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I wouldn't get a word in edgewise, but God dang it, Homer, you need to shut the fuck up. Okay. Now that I got that, a segue in there. Okay. First off, I want to say that this has been entertaining and informative, but it's real. Okay. And I want to say a few things. By the way, my boss, you need to get on my coattails again, because I'm feeling kind of left out if you're just going to pick on Homer.
Well, I got something for you, Captain Jack. Remember, we marked down a lot of F-bombs and things like that on your show the last time. I think we were up to like 8 or 9 or something that you had to go back and edit. So I'll talk to you too.
Yeah. Well, and again, that. I was just saying it now, and for real, if there are things that are being done that need to be addressed, and sometimes, and I'm going to tell you folks something that is maybe kind of you guys don't understand, but I am oblivious to shit. There will be something that might be staring me in the face, and I won't see it because I see through it, or I see around it, or I got other things on my mind. And I tell people this because they don't understand. I go into a hole for 10 hours a day Well, actually 9 hours because I'm actually doing something while I'm driving home from work. But when I go to work, I am in a hole. I do not know what's going on in the outside world. I am not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on, Homer's fans only page. Okay. I there are things that are going on because I have a job that kind of like sinks away from everything, and I'm in my own little world. And then when I'm not in my own little world, I have enough time to do X, Y, and Z, and I don't see things. So if there is something that's going on, don't think that I know about it immediately. I'm usually probably the last to the party, kind of like I am here. Okay. So if there are things that need to be addressed, I will be more than happy to lend a voice positively to do things. And again, for the people that are here, and again, I don't want to miss anybody because I guess I got Max, I got Kevin, aka my boss, I got Savage, and I know what Savage's first name is, but I won't say it. I got Max, I got Joker, and I actually know Joker's first name, but I ain't gonna say that either. But then I got some dude named Homer that obviously can't shut the fuck up long enough to get a word in edgewise. But we all respect each other, and I'm not saying that we're the only ones that do, but as far as I know, I am out for positivity and keeping it positive with the folks.
Yeah.
And if there are things that are not, please let me know. And if there are things that I can do better, please let me know. And if there are things that we as a group need to do better, hey, let us know. But by the same token, if you let us know, be prepared for our fucking response as well.
Well said, bro.
And that's my slight soapbox. Thank you.
Yes, that's right. Be ready for it, man. There's no reason we're not going to come at you in a disrespectful way. If you come to me, I'm going to talk to you. That's what my lessons were. I can pick up the phone. Wayne's there. He fucking gives me what I need. I can pick up the phone. I've talked to Joker before. Pick up the phone. My boss. I bullshit with him. We get mad. This is a love and hate relationship, because we're in the backside. We're on the phone, right? We're on the phone discussing this shit. We're not out there throwing it out. Nobody even knew about that. We're putting it out right now.
In-house. Keeping it in-house.
Exactly. It's in-house shit. So, let's keep it that way. You got a problem with somebody, go talk to them. I mean, I'm just not understanding. We're going to the wrong way of it. But I like what Kevin said. Maybe it's time we need to put that out there. And I will put that word integrity, and I will use that because that's what I do. I'll take a word. If it's positive, it needs to be said. That's how we got to stand. So you will see that in my messages all over the place. That word will be there because that's what we got to do, and we got to live by that. And it's not, like Kevin said, it's not something we got to do just here. You got to live your life that way. I say loyalty because that's what I have. I've had that. And it's just not, some people say loyal. No, it's all around loyalty. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to go tell somebody shit or talk behind their back. I'm going to go tell them to their face, you see? And that's the best way to handle it. That's the best way to handle it. We're all adults.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got let's see, Longy Raider in here. He was saying, let's see, that nobody has the right to gatekeep Raider Nation fandom. And then he says 3 sides to every story, your side, their side, and the truth. All right, and then I put out there, so I'll be showing the truth. So stay tuned. And he said, right on, brother. So, I just want to, I have the footage. I have it. And I want to play it, dude, but everybody's telling me not to play it. I got it loaded up right now. You know what I mean? Because it is what it is, man. And you know what? I think it needs to be said. So we'll see we'll see. What do you think, Demon King? You were saying don't do it, but I mean, I think it's important, man. I think it's important to really put a face to it, because like I said, you cannot hide behind positivity and family. You cannot and if you don't like what I'm saying or what I did, you're a hater. You cannot hide behind that. Okay, what you're doing is you're taking the good works that people have done before you, and you're using it to your advantage to try to gain traction and get up to where they are. When in reality, all you got to do is just do you, stay in your lane, do you, because you can't fuck that up, right? Buy that shirt, all right, and wear that shirt, and remember that. And people will reach down and get, if you're back there, we're going to give you a hand. But don't be a camera whore. Nobody likes that, guys. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes when you just jump in everybody's pictures. Maybe it's just 3 friends that wanted to take a picture together because they haven't seen each other in a long time. And all of a sudden, you hop in there, and you want to get in the picture because you're a super fan, and I deserve to be recognized. I should be getting this autograph from this person. Don't put yourself above other fans, man. That's the bottom line. See, look, I'm getting all worked up again. I'm going to have a fucking heart attack.
Hey, don't do that. I'm the one that has heart attacks here.
Stop copying.
Don't take my thing, Homer. Don't take my thing. I'm the one with the cardiac problems.
And that's the other thing, Copycat Nation. Kevin, you talked about it, being original, man. I know, Captain Jack, you're on the show, right? You've interviewed superfans and players before. Were you doing what I was doing? Or was I able to differentiate my show from your show? Let's start with that question.
Yeah, I mean, and I actually, I did not want to do super fans. And again, you know how I feel about that term, but I don't have them as a main guest on my show unless it's something that is specific. I had Wayne on my show to commemorate his trip to the Hall of Fame. I had Mob Boss on my show because we were talking about a subject of vax versus no vax and hate versus all that stuff. I have other people that are on my show, but I don't have them as a headliner per se. I have Raider greats on my show when I can get them, but your show and my show are as different as the North Pole to the South Pole. They're both cold, but they're different.
So let me ask you this other question.
Different
when
terrain.
You think of a show done by a Raider fan interviewing other Raider fans that dress up or club presidents and they wear a mask, like who did that first?
I think Raider Homer did that.
Thank you.
So I'm just talking, I strived hard to find a way. I thought, and you know what? And I had to reach out to people that my shows sounded similar, and we came up with them at the same time. And then I just went and thought and did different things. But my idea, so there are people, you know what? If you copied my idea, my show, hey, man, whatever, because it's good for those people to get their word out too. But when I try to tell you something, don't come at me saying I'm a fake fan and you made me, and then go out there on Facebook and throw that shit out there that I'm, jealous and things like that, bro. I fucking made my own goddamn lane. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And y'all motherfuckers are driving down it now. So don't come at me like that, bro. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. It's unreal, some of the shit that I've heard today. You know what I'm saying? And being about the TV thing, Jesus Christ, nobody gives a shit about being on the TV. Not the real people that just have to have fun. It was a fun thing to happen. But you know what? It's the person that always runs to a position that they weren't at and then gets in there in front of everybody. When I was at the Hall of Fame, man, I was sitting there in the back row, right? I was looking at Amanda, Grim, Rilla, and I was thinking to myself, wow, it's fucking awesome to be around these people that have done some badass things for the Raider Nation, and they're the ones that are showing me how to rep the Raider Nation. I didn't run and try to jump in front of them, so that's all I'm saying, but look, they're telling me to calm down. People are telling me to calm down, but you know what? People put me on, you want to go on blast, and sometimes, like we say, we're not mentioning names here on this show. Right, but people know what's going on behind the scenes. They know because everybody, that's what Raider Nation does. They go to the messengers, right? Like I said, I try to go to Messenger and send it out. Just keep it behind the scenes, but I don't post online about anybody else, about what the fuck they're doing on my shit, unless it's a positive thing. So I don't know, man. Gotta calm down, but I don't know. Wesley's in here. I can't believe I'm cussing us for a storm with Wesley. My bad, Wesley.
Bro. It's just you're getting it out. The best now is for me my advice. I give you a lot of advice over. It's just to let it roll. They know now that the platform's open. We will go ahead, and there's more of us that want to say something because we don't want that cancerous to affect the whole Raider Nation. When you say something, if I go say something about somebody, my little followers or what have you, they're going to come out. They're going to be on my side. Why am I going to do that? That's called division, man. I wouldn't take my Marines out there and say, hey, you know what? Half y'all stay in front of that bullet and I'm going to be over here. No, we all going to take that bullet. You know, so it's something that I believe that it needs to stop. It needs to stop. It needs to stop. Just if you take care of it in the backside. Take care of it that way. I mean, like I said, it wouldn't be the first time that somebody would have something negative to say about me. But again, like I said it before, not worried about the negativity. You keep that because I'm going to bust so much pipe.
Oh man. Okay. All right, Max, you're cutting in and out. No, let's check the chat line real quick. JR60 Brands in here says, I want to be Homer. Dude, I want to be you, bro. I want to be you. Robert Reyes is in here from Death Star Raiders Booster Club. DoorDash is on its way to bring you a beer. Ha, ha, ha. I need it, man. I need it for sure. Wesley's in here. Copycat are good in a good way sometimes, but they can be bad sometimes. Yeah, you know what? Emulation is the highest form of flattery, right? So that's why I always just look and say, hey, you know what? At least it's good for Joker to get on there and talk about that. But, you know, hey, it is what it is. It's always good for other people to get the word out. But, you know, be honest with yourself, though. We got, who do we got? Long Raider, we just read his comments. He says, no worry, brother, to follow up that. We got Velvet in here. Whoa, Nelly, what did I just stumble upon? Velvet, you know, we're just having a conversation. Tell the Truth edition right here on Monday Nights Live, where we are sitting here with people that are concerned with the way that the Raider Nation is being repped in this new era or whatever, right? Because what was really what was really going down and then what was being done the right way was in Oakland. But you know, I've said it on this show before. Oakland has some pretty strict rules, but when you take a step back and you take a look at it, you understand why. Especially when you've been in the traveling scene, what I call, enough to where you see how people are always copying and mimicking and taking ideas. And you know, look, there's copyright laws for a reason, so don't be like that. Nobody likes that. So we're just trying to bring, you know, light to the fact that we need to be able to hold each other accountable. And sometimes that means we're going to call each other out, and that we don't want people to try to build up this wall of defense where they're saying you're being a hater and you're being a bully and you're just jealous. You want to be, you know, because what that does is that takes away from the integrity of the Raider Nation and us holding us accountable. So it's a little bit of drama night here on the Raider Homer channel during Monday Nights Live. But again, I had some people back out on me because they don't necessarily like my opinion. But guess who comes to town? Guess who comes to have my back? These are my brothers. You know what I mean? So you know now. I wasn't just telling you, hey, people are saying this, people are saying that. People are coming out and telling you, and they got my back right now. So you know. And there's more people out there that are saying that kind of shit. All right? So if you want to know what's really going on, you know, hey, talk to some people. Say, hey, man, you know what? I feel, you know, a guy came to me and said, I'm always hopping in pictures and tagging everybody, and they didn't like that, dude. If that's true, let me know so that I can, you know, when is a good idea? When is it good to tag or something like that? You know, ask, talk, man. People will tell you. Don't just hide. Hater. You're a hater. I mean, you ain't got no balls. You ain't got no back. So, anyways, let's get back to the chat line. We had, that's about it. JR60 Brand still in here. JR60 Brand has been hilarious tonight. Of course, he said, tell him, mob, get him. So he was in on that. He was liking what you were saying about me calming down. But, yeah, we got Killer Cuts 78 in here. Say, man, hey, Killer Cuts, you want to jump in on this conversation? Jump in on this conversation. I'll email you right now. Let's go ahead and get that shit out there. You know what I mean? If you don't want to, it's okay. You can go back to Messenger. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all good. We got JLD artist in here. JLD from #BadGuys, man. Hey, JLD, congratulations. You know, I know it's been a while now, but we're landing that job with Tyler Perry. Dude, I was happy for you, man, and I still see you posting in there, so I'm happy for you. Hey, go check out Bad Guys, man. They got some good songs. They've been, you know, hell, they even shouted me out, so I appreciate Vic and everybody over there with Bad Guys, man. Longtime supporters of the Raider Homer channel.
Good people.
We got, let's see, who else do we got in here? Wesley's been in here. Anna Diaz in here. And she's saying, because Joker said so. Joker, he's been on a roll. He's been funny. Let's see. Yeah, so look, I appreciate everybody, in the chat line. But look, I want to point this out, right? We talked about why is it that Raider Nation wants to hop in. We gotta hold ourselves accountable and ask ourselves these questions. Why is it Raider Nation always wants to hop in when there's something negative or some kind of drama being on? You know what I mean? But if I do a charity raffle, man, it's hard to get people to watch that. That's something we gotta ask ourselves. That's something that needs to be addressed. All right? Because look, man, we're supposed to have each other's backs, right? And as you've seen in this group right here, I've had these guys are becoming my friends, and these are people that I met on the internet and then met on the road. And I got plenty of people here in Austin, Texas that got my back, that I became friends and family with through the Raiders, dude. So I know what the Raider Nation is about. I can't be New Era because I don't know what the fuck that is. I've been an old school Raider fan for a long time, so I'm not fixing to label myself and again separate myself from what they were doing in Oakland. I've already been down that road, man. I had to earn the respect back of the people from Oakland, dude, and it was fucking hard. Okay, so I ain't doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna choose, as I've said before, I choose to respect what the people did in Oakland, because when I went there, it was, here's a beer. Okay, let's have this. Let's have some fun. Come on over. It was great. And those guys set the tone. So we don't want to dilute that, right? We don't want to dilute that. We want to keep that shit going, because that's what made Raider Nation what it is today. If we got a bunch of fools in here lying all the time and trying to make themselves look better, go on air to make themselves look better. If you felt like you had to go on air and tell a lie, I mean, bro, you're in some serious denial. And I talked to that person today, man, after his fucking homeboy came out and admitted that they fucking lied. And he still lied to me on the phone, dude. That's like, I can't call you family. I can't call somebody that lies to me like that family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I've heard more stories, man. Horror stories, what they were doing over there at BJ's and shit, dude. And you can come out and you can say, well, no, this is how it really went down. But if you stop and take a look at it, when I caught your ass in a lie, why in the fuck would I believe anything you say beyond that? That's something you got to ask yourself, man. You know what I mean? You got to ask yourself that. Hey, and I've heard today, a lot of people don't like you. You know what? It's because they don't fucking know me. All right? There's people in this fucking group right here that we butted heads, and they fucking love and respect me. You know why? Because we fucking are honest with each other, and we tell each other the way we see it. And if we have a fucking problem with each other, we say, hey, you asshole, I got a problem with that. And he goes, fuck you, asshole, I got a problem with this, and we fucking hash it out. So, I'm not asking you to do anything that I don't fucking do. All right. I go to people with my issues, and we can keep it behind the scenes. But if you want to take shit to air and post it all on Facebook and go and make a lie on air, then we'll take this shit to air.
Yeah. Kevin, get that bucket. Get that bucket.
I mean, I'm just saying, we're at 19 viewers right now. 19 people. There with you, bro. The 19 people that are watching this show right now, please tune in to watch your fellow Raider Nation come on and tell their story every week that we do this show, because that's what this show's about. It's about letting people get on there on this platform that I've had to build and bust my balls to build for you to come on here and share your story, share your event, get out the word that you want to get out. You know what I mean? So if you're there, make sure you come in to hear from all the people. It's nationwide, dude. We did a live in Mexico edition where we were international. So I don't know. Don't always just show up for all the drama and then go post and say, oh, it's about drama and we're unity. Back up what you say, all right, and show support to the Raider Nation. So, yeah, I'm waiting on that bucket, though.
Kill me.
Everybody's like, what the fuck did we say now?
I was going to say, you call Polo, get that water hose, got it over.
Fire him down.
Happy birthday to Polo, by the way. Happy birthday to Polo.
Happy birthday, Polo.
Happy birthday, Polo. If he's around, I've got to leave him some, but shit. That's a
fellow,
strong dude. Again, look at how people carry themselves.
Homer's sitting there looking like the Human Torch he saw on fire.
My face is fucking red, dude. I can't believe that shit, dude. How are you going to be a leader in the Raider Nation and then not hold the people that are in your group accountable or on your show accountable for the fucking lies that they told, and then say you're about drama, and then go online and start up some fucking drama. Like, come on, it's a fucking joke. Of course I'm upset, man. Come on, man. Come on. Who the fuck wants to be a part of something like that, dude?
Yeah, I hear you. Like I said, I came, like me being from Pennsylvania and being a Raider fan up there and not being near anybody that was really Raider fans, couple people here and there, and then moving to Florida and getting with the first time I've ever been with a club. I met Captain Jack down there, my boy Reset, I got with his club. Then he moved to Texas. I ended up moving back to Pennsylvania, trying something up there, but there just wasn't enough people to get involved in it, But, like I got hated on a lot because like I'm not an Eagle fan or a Steeler fan, It's just how it is up in that part of the world. But and then now that I'm down here in Texas and I got family now, like I don't have blood family, but I got family, not just Raider family. The friends that I have down here are truly my friends. They're there for me when I need them because like Savage knows, Captain Jack knows, Homer, you guys know that I've been going through some stuff, it's a little weird for me. I'm not used to this. They just say depression's a motherfucker, man. It sucks. It destroys you internally. It changes you. And I'm bouncing back little by little every day. I'm grateful that I'm still here. I questioned that for a while. Now, why am I here? What is my purpose in life? Well, if I'm gone tomorrow, like I'm gonna be missed, but am I really gonna be missed? Or things like that. I've questioned a lot of stuff about myself, and that's why I step back from the Demon King stuff and from everybody. I basically just shut off social media and backed away, and my real friends would reach out. Hey man, you okay? Is everything all right? And, and that's what I told them, what I was going through. And it really sucks because, so when you feel so alone, but you do have people that are in your corner, but like, you think to yourself, are they really there to help me? Or do they want to be like, hey, I'm just here to, hey, look what I did. I helped Demon King out, pulled him out of a hole. Look at me. And I noticed that a lot through meeting people through the Raider Nation that, like you said, they want to be in front of the camera. I'm not about that. I said it earlier, like I'm cool. I'm about the kids and I'm about charity. I don't really care about being in front of the camera or, I take pictures with kids. Everybody that wants to take pictures with me, I'll always do that, like, because, they want to get a picture of me. I want to get a picture with them. And the one thing I do like is when I take this gear off and it's just me, Jason Dean, nobody knows who I am, only a select few, and then when they taught, some people turn a blind eye, because like, oh, you're just, you're a Raider fan. That's about it, like, and some people are like, oh, I can't take pictures now. But if I'm in my gear, oh, they're all about taking pictures with me. I'm not okay with that. Like Homer said, there are a lot of liars out there. And I had people reach out to me about what I was going through and stuff, but then I don't hear from them again. And, it makes me feel a certain kind of way. Like I thought we were kind of cool, but maybe we're not, because they can't, there's no platform for them to put out there. Like, look at me, look at what I'm doing. It's all about me. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about this Raider Nation. It's about that shield, about the commitment to excellence. I don't like that there's problems in the Raider Nation. So I try to keep my distance from it. But when my friend messages me and say, hey, can you come on here, and talk about some things, I'm more than welcome to, because not only is he my Raider brother, he's also my friend, my real friend, just like Max is. Just like my boss, I met you a few times. You're a great man. I love listening to what you have to say. Everything you said today, I was just soaking it in. I was like a sponge. Captain Jack, same thing. He's always reached out to me. Savage, when we met out in Vegas, I knew we were going to be brothers for life because you're a great dude. You're fantastic, man. I had a blast with you in Austin too. Max, the first time I met you was in Oakland. The first time I was out there, you came right up to me and said, "Hey, man, I'm Mad Max. I do graphics and stuff. Here's my number. Give me a call." You know, I never expected anything like that. I was just doing it because I liked to do it. You know, I enjoyed wearing the gear and stuff. It was so cool to me. I didn't think I was above anybody or anything, but you know, like people try to put you out there on that platform and on the pedestal. I don't want that. I'm not about that. That's not my world. My world is making these kids smile, and my thing is about helping people out, helping people less fortunate. Yeah, even though I'm going through stuff, if Homer called me tomorrow and said, "Hey, man, I'm doing a charity event next weekend. You think you can make it?" Absolutely. I would come in a heartbeat. And I've told him many times, I'm not into doing nothing, but you know what? Maybe I have to put myself back out there to make myself feel better.
Yeah, bro. Well, I mean, we need you, bro. You know, you've been a straight shooter, a tough motherfucker, dude. We need people like you, dude. You know, we're talking about some weak-ass motherfuckers that are coming around throwing whatever kind of lie they can come up with to save their fucking faces. But you're the type of dude that's going to come legit and help hard, dude. And, man, we miss you, bro. That's for sure. And, you know, I love the shit out of you, dude. And I appreciate everything that you've done to help me. And, look, let's see. You had some more shout-outs. Here's one from Captain because he can't get a word in edgewise. Sorry about that, Captain. He said, "I love Jason. Demon King is cool, but Jason Dean gets my captain's care and bro love." You know, like this is what it's about. You know why? Because we don't sit there and lie to each other. None of y'all guys are gonna trust me if I lie to you, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
So I mean, all I'm doing is trying to help. You know, people out that are, because they came to me for help. Don't get that shit twisted. This individual came to me asking for my platform, asking for my backup. And when I started to figure him out, and then I called it to his attention, he went and running. And you know what I mean? How are we going to build a family like that? You know, so I don't know. But yeah, I got this beer will take care of it. Got the Steel Reserve watermelon.
And then and also on the chat, there's Squid. Squid's been reaching out to me about this. He's there for me no matter what time I need him. You know,
awesome brother. He's an awesome brother.
It's okay to not be okay. And I always looked at that like, come on, man, I'm not weak minded. You know, I'm strong. I'm not as strong as I thought I was, man. I went through some bad things. You know, I didn't want to be around anybody. I didn't want to do nothing. I didn't want to live. And, you know, I sat back one day, I had a good cry, you know, and I said, you know what, I need to get back to where I was and the happy person that I was. Because I know me not being around, I know a lot of people are hurt about it, you know, and a lot of people miss me. And I miss them too. So hopefully in time, I'll be back.
And on that one too, I want to throw out to the Healing Sanctuary, June Garcia, Dark Side. Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, excuse me. She's doing a lot of good stuff out there. Anybody has a problem, Brian's in there, Michael's in there. Each person in there has something that we can help the community, you know, in some way, whether it's domestic violence, you know, battery on a woman, anything. She's working it out there. Please go to the group, sign up. And if you need any help, we've got Marines, we've got military people in there. You know, there's PTSD, it's no joke. So let's get in there and heal each other. That's her point, in healing each other. So just had to throw that in real quick. So we got that
good,
down.
Dude, speaking of June, right? Once she sees this shit, I'm in trouble. She's gonna fucking let me have it. You know,
have you one of them.
Yeah, you know, June, I know that you advised me not to do this shit, but I mean, I can't do it. I can't stand by and watch people lie, and build, you know. And look, man, there's people out there that are trying to help, and they're getting played, man. They're getting played, and I've seen it. I've seen this individual get played a handful of times by a handful of shady people. So, you know, I feel like I have to start speaking out. Otherwise, I don't have any integrity. I don't have any journalistic integrity. My show ain't worth the shit, you know, if I'm not saying something that's worthwhile. You know what I mean? So, but I do appreciate everybody coming on here tonight. We're all going on 2 hours right now, but we can still go. I mean, if y'all got something else y'all like to say, let them know. Kevin, I guess Kevin, he has his on mute. But Captain, if you want to chime in, let me know. King, if you want to keep going, go ahead. But I appreciate it. Sal, it's up to you.
Well. First off, since you called me out, I think that's a nice thing. I said I'm actually sitting down in my studio now, so I'm not like getting eggs and cheese for the deviled eggs on Thursday. So again, apologies there while I was at the grocery store coming back from work. But again, it's good hearing Jason. And again, I mean that, I love Jason. Demon King, that's a cool dude. But Jason Deeden is my bro, and we all are family in here as well. So, and we definitely missed him. And that's why I said, if anybody is down, for the most part, we do check on each other. And I will say this: I had a bad case of the shits the other day. Not physically. I'm just saying I had a bad occurrence the other day, and I was very, very down. And people checked in on me, and it was good to see that, because you know who your friends are. And I appreciated that, because I needed an up at that point. And so I appreciate that as well. Now, it doesn't matter if everybody did or didn't do it, but the ones that did, that saw it, that showed up, that's nice. And it's always good when you have family like that. And that's why I miss the family. I tell people I do my shows as therapy for me, because I don't get a chance to see people, and it's my way of communicating with family and talking sports and things that I love. And it is something that I do out of love, because I don't have the time in the fucking day to do it for real, because I got a job. But, we are family, and it's great when I see people. When I was out at Explosion, I think I saw everybody in this cast except for Jason. I saw Jason in Texas. So I've seen everybody, and it's great when I see the family. And I need the family more than the family needs me. And I mean that, because being out there with Raider fans and Raider Nation, and there's a difference between Raider fans and Raider Nation, because I think we've kind of gone over it. Real people to me is what keeps me going. And I miss that, and I love that, and that's why and still I do not know to this point what fucking pissed Homer off, and he'll tell me after the show, and then I'll say, oh, okay, that makes sense. But it doesn't matter, is because that I was going home, and Homer hit me up with a text, and I'm like, whoa, where the fuck did this come from? And that's why I came on in support, and I'm glad that a bunch of other people are here. And, it's great being here on his platform, and I give him as much as I can. And I'll give everybody out there that is worthwhile as much as I can, okay? It's because I appreciate honesty. I appreciate folks that are real, and I can't stand fucking ignorance. That people that know me know that's my push button. Can't stand ignorance. But I love people that are true and honest, and that goes out to everybody.
Absolutely, Captain.
Appreciate that, Cap.
Yeah, the thing is, though, is like, Captain, I do appreciate everything that you've done. I've learned a lot from you too, man, and I am glad that you came on this show tonight, man, because like I said earlier, it's important to have the heavy hitters up here. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people like to think that, I don't know nothing, or I don't know enough people. Maybe I'm just talking outside of my neck. Just because I don't always give out information. So having you guys on here, man, is really important to me, because I don't want to hear all this shit. Oh, it's just Homer. I mean, what are you going to do now? Call us all haters? And trust me, Captain's the only one that has not seen that video yet. Everybody else here has seen that video. So everybody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. All right? So, and I'm seriously thinking about playing that video, or at least posting it on my Facebook page, because, the truth needs to be told, and it's nothing even major, you know what I mean? And some people have even called it petty, you know what I mean? But the bottom line is that, when you catch a liar, and then you call the motherfucker after you've already heard him say, if you got an issue with me, come to me, and then you go to him, and he lies to you again, something needs to be said. But look, Oh, hey, Hey, Joker, if you want to come out, look, I'm gonna send Joker an invitation. Let's see.
Well, hey, Homer, let me chime in real quick.
Okay.
Now that you have got a lot of this off your chest, right? And that's what today's show was about, to get it off your chest. Now is your time for healing, right? And that means not just healing yourself, but healing the situation. So you have to go back and reflect and be able to sit with those individuals and work this out in a calm fashion, a mature fashion, so that we can move forward as a nation together. Because if you continue with the fire burning, the blaze is going to catch on somewhere else, and then the blaze is just going to spread. So we've allowed you your time to voice your opinion and get it off your chest, but now is the time for reflection and healing. And how do we move past this and fix the problem and make it a better situation where all of us can be able to talk to one another without the hate? You got to remember, a lot of times people respond, they feel like they're being attacked, they respond with an attack. And so we just can't keep going back and forth attacking each other, or we'll never fix nothing. So now what I'm saying to you is, we've been on here for 2 hours. We've been able to kind of get it out there and voice some opinions, give some advice and things like that. But the advice goes to you as well. So now that you've got it off your chest, after the show is over, take some time to reflect and say, how do I fix this situation? How do I be able to move forward? Because I know you said you won't tolerate liars, and I understand that, and I kind of agree with that. But what we can do is try to fix that situation. You know what I mean? So that we can move forward, because regardless, those people are still part of the nation. They're still part of the puzzle. You know what I mean? They're still, so when we make this big picture, it takes all the puzzle pieces to make the picture look right, and they're a part of it too. And so we just need to figure out, and I'm not asking you to do it right now on the show, but what I'm saying is, when we're done with all of this, and after you had your beer and you calm down a little bit, that you'll reflect and take some advice from your big brother and say, you know what? Okay, I got it off my chest. Now what is the next step to fix the problem, so we're not continuing to have this issue with these people going forward? Because we're all going to run across each other at the games. We're all going to run across each other at events. We're all trying to work together and do these things together. And my job as and Captain Jackson, several others as the ambassadors, is to try to heal and try to glue things back together when they're broken, mend things when they're separated. So I'm asking you, because I've even done it with myself when things go wrong. After it's over, I say, okay, well, how do I fix the problem? You know what I mean? Because we can yell and scream all day, but that doesn't fix the problem. So I'm asking you, when the show is done, do some time to reflect. And if you need my help, like I've done with you in the past, mediate some situations or whatever. So we can get it out, we can heal, and we can move forward as a unit, as a unified nation. I'm just asking you to do that for me after the show's done, because you've got it out, man. You burn it all out, man. The fire should be down to the embers right now. You burn it out, so it's off your chest. So now what do we do to fix it and move forward is the next step, and I'm asking you to do that after the show's done.
Hey, I'm all about, uh, hey, working together. Okay, I'm all about working together and improving together. So those people that I've been talking about, they know I've been talking directly to them. They know what's up. So I've reached out, and I spoke my piece. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't, and I had to respond. But hey, you can come back to me. You know what I'm saying? You want to say you're through. You want to say this. You want to come back to me. Then let's go ahead and talk about it. You know what I mean? But I just want people to be honest with themselves, man, and don't lie to me. Don't lie to me in my face, dude. Like, come on. That's all I'm asking. That's where it starts too. Is like, say, hey, I know this is how it is, because like Homeboy said, three different sides of the story, so I'm willing to listen. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold a grudge. Next week we're going right back to this the season finale of Monday Nights Live. We're going right back. But I just want people to know. Look, we got another guy coming in. I just want people to know that just because I try and I strive to be positive, man, that doesn't mean that I don't see a bunch of bullshit and want to say something. So all those times that you saw me being positive and not saying shit when the shit was going down that you didn't think I knew about, I did know about it and I didn't say anything. So just keep that in mind, man. And next week I'm going back to what we got going. Here on Monday Nights Live, season finale. Then we're gonna start the pregame show with Oakland Raider Savage and the Raider Puppet. So it doesn't have to be the end right here. I'm just saying, it's like don't ever think that I'm some sucker that doesn't know anybody or some long-haired rocker or whatever y'all been saying. Don't get it twisted and shit. Don't do that. But anyways, hey, we got Joker Raider in here, brother. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Fired up, man. But I'm starting to calm down. The beard's starting to flow through my body a little bit, so it's like, all right.
You need to shut the fuck up.
I know, bro. You've been telling me to do that shit.
Just trying to do that, man. See, I didn't say it that way, Joker. I just told him, hey, I tried to be all diplomatic, and Joker
I
just
know
goes
you
there,
did.
shut the fuck up.
I've been trying to be
Joker, man. That's Joker. That's for sure, man. Straight up.
I've been trying. I've been texting you on the side, trying to get a hold of this guy, man. Tried to talk some sense into him. He's gonna fall off. Are you trying to do that? Is this the new version of that milk crate challenge every idiot out there is doing now? You're on your milk crate?
Shit, hey.
Climbing up those milk crates, bro.
I guess so. I guess so, dude. But I just felt like I had to say something. I'm tired of all the bullshit, Look, dude, me and you have been, since we met, there was a hater on both of our sides, coming after us because we were talking and shit, dude. So since the inception of our friendship, man, we've been dealing with people that have been hating on us, man. So I've had enough,
Yeah, I understand. And, and this is something that I talked to you about, Mob and I talked, like he touched on earlier in the Hall of Fame. And, I'm a lot more laid back, when it comes to a lot of different things. I try to step back and analyze everything, Like life is, you playing chess, you ain't playing checkers. And I think that sometimes people work off of emotion, they get emotional and they say some things and they, looking back at this, I can guarantee you this, man. I know you don't feel this way now, but I guarantee you're going to look back at this 2+ hours of talking and, getting shit off your chest. And you'll be like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I should have expanded that. And you're going to really feel a certain way about yourself. This is like Mob was talking about, all right, fine, you got it off your chest. And I agree with him. So how are you going to start the healing? And the healing starts with you, bro. It don't start. I know you got people that you're upset with. I know there's things that have been said or done that rubbed you the wrong way. But your inner peace, your healing starts with yourself first. You know what I mean? Where you're going to sit there and reflect on this and be like, you know what? Maybe I should have explained that a little bit differently or said this a little different. Maybe I did get emotional. You know what I'm saying? I think that the issue that you have and you spoke on, and we talked about this earlier when you were on a break. I was at my daughter's swim practice. I couldn't really talk, and you were in between segments. It comes to in life. You meet people, and everything in life, when you meet people, it's about gathering information about those people and about, who's in your circle. The way you feel, I know you're upset. Nobody likes, somebody that's a liar. Nobody appreciates that. But at what level is it? How is it really affecting you and bothering you and your lifestyle and what you're doing and what you're trying to accomplish in your life also? You know what I mean? I think we've all had conversations, and Max, I know Max, you and I had conversations about a situation in Phoenix, and that I felt kind of strongly about, and I still do. And that's a conversation that when I see you out in the opener and at the opener, you, myself, and Ronnie are going to talk about a little bit more and expand on that situation. But it's not for a public forum, Right. It's a thing. It's a thing where, feel strong enough about it to take a stand. Yes. Never let anybody's actions compromise who you are as a person. You understand? Don't let somebody's actions compromise who you are Never let them see you sweat. You know, these things are important in life because you hold your composure in what you're doing. So I think that, you know, what's said is said, what's been said, what's done is done. I think it's been, you know, educational for a lot of people. I think that there's a lot of things a lot of people got out of this. But then when you got to start the healing for your own inner peace, man, for your own mentality, you know, stuff that people go through is real. Jason touched on his own personal, you know, struggle that he's going through. You know, he shared that with everybody a little while ago. You know, these things are important to have your own inner peace with yourself. So your healing has to start with you. Who you are, love who you are. You know, and instead of you've done a lot of attacking for the last 2 hours. I think that your message is crystal clear. The person that you are trying to get this message across to, you definitely got that message across. So let's start it with you now, as far as feeling good about who you are and what you're doing, and what are you going to do to make yourself a better person. You know, tearing that person apart, tearing the people apart, that's not gonna make you better. It's not gonna make you feel better. You know, just understand that you know where these people stand in your life. You know what they're about, and you got that off your chest, man, and that's good. But now make yourself a better person. Make yourself feel better about you.
No, bro. I mean, I appreciate that, you know. And it's like, for me, the healing process, it'll start right after this show. You know what I mean? I don't need to hold on to it. You know, and after hearing your words, I probably won't even play the video. Why play the video? It's out there. Somebody will send it to you. Just talk to somebody. But, you know, you're right, dude. I mean, I'm going to let it go. You know what I mean? But, like, I guess what fired me up was that when, you know, because I've been, you know, people have been asking me to do something. Some people are asking me to say something. Some people are saying don't say something. You know, so when I say something kind of in between where it's not really public, like you were just talking about, and then people go public, that's what got me fired up. It's not about the person that lied as much. I'll never trust that person. You know what I mean? And I know who they really are. But, you know, if they can prove that they ain't going to lie no more, then I might help them down the road. But it's the, you know, the people that think that they made me, you know, and that, you know, they can destroy me or any of that shit. You know, don't come at me with that shit. You know, a lot of people have tried that. You know what I mean? And I'm still here. And like I said before, it's like, I mean, I'm not doing this, you know, because I want to be popular. You know, I could care less about being popular. I do believe, like I said, I'm positive in that the Raider Nation is the best fan base out there. And I do believe that we got a lot of great people. So I do take offense to people trying to take advantage of that. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, I have really stood in line and waited my turn. You know what I mean? And all the while, you know, bringing people what they need. You know, a cup of water or doing whatever I could to help the people that were established before me. You know what I mean? Trying to learn the ways of the Raider Nation. And I feel like I'm just in this weird spot because it's not just some of the people that are on this phone call. You know what I mean? It's some people that are out there that have been doing this shit for 20 years that are calling me out on the way that I don't take a stand. I always just play the fence. And when I'm, you know, when I hear people tell me to not be about drama or that I'm a drama queen and they go on there and they be drama, I feel like saying something. But yeah, you know, I mean, it does start, you know, tonight after the show. Like I said, next week it's back on to the last episode of Monday Nights Live. You know, and we'll bring on the people that have supported this channel the most. So hopefully, you know, if you're available, let me know. You know, I'd love to bring Mob Boss, Polo, of course, Polo and Savage. They got something that they would like to announce and talk about. You know, and you know, so you know. Like I said, I don't want people to think that, you know, I get fired up because, you know, this channel, this thing is what Raider Nation. So, of course, I'm going to easily get fired up. But quite honestly, in my personal life, you know, it's not going to affect my personal life, you know. But, yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on here, man, because, like I said, a lot of people think that, you know, I'm just talking out of my neck or, you know, talking shit or hating or whatever. But when people of y'all's stature come on and talk about the realness of the situation, it puts validity behind everything. It validates everything, and so I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm gonna calm down and drink my beer.
I think, and I just saw Squid put a comment in there about, when it comes to hate, it eats you up. It eats you up more than it eats up the person that you're hating on. Let me share a story with you, man. My ex-wife, I had 2 children with, is a horrible person as far as what she tried to do to me, as far as with my kids, using them as a weapon, saying certain things and everything like that. But I never fought back. I never argued. I never gave her the satisfaction. Maybe that bothered her even more. And then one day, my daughter asked me, she said, "Daddy, do you hate my mother?" And of course I felt like saying, "Hell yes, I hate your mother," but I didn't say that. I said, "No, I love your mom, because without your mother, I wouldn't have you. So if I hate your mother, that means I hate you." Another thing is this, man. You ever notice that people that walk around with a lot of anger, a lot of built up frustration, they walk around a little hunched over, right? And their back hurts. You ever notice that when you're in a mood, when you sit there and you're pissed off at somebody, or you sit there and you're mad and angry at somebody for an extended period of time, your back starts hurting. You get a headache, or you feel weighed down. Well, that's the weight of the world on you. That's the weight of that person being on you. And in order to hate somebody, you have to think about them. So you have to think about that person every day and hate them. So the best thing to do is you think about them, you don't have a hate on it, and you don't carry that burden around with you, and you feel better. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing I'm trying to tell you. I understand what you're saying, and I understand that you don't appreciate the way that things are being done. And I know exactly what you're talking about, and I saw it firsthand when I was in Canton with you. I don't agree with it, and I have my own personal feelings about it. But you know what? The way I see it is, if I'm getting really upset about that, and I'm getting mad about this, my best way of dealing with it is just not to associate with that person, just not to deal with that person, because what I say to them isn't going to matter. How I feel about them isn't going to matter, because what the thing is, they're doing what they're doing for their own personal gratitude. They like doing what they're doing. So my thing is, what I say to them isn't going to stop that. But I could stop associating with that person. And if they ever come up to me and say, "Hey, man, I noticed you're kind of cold or quiet around me. I noticed that. What's up?" And I'll just tell them straight up, "I don't like you. I don't like how you act. I don't like what you're doing. It doesn't align with me and my values. I'm not going to stop you from being you. You go ahead and be you, and I'm going to be me. And I ain't got no hard feelings towards you, man. I just don't want to be associated with you. There's people on this call. I know that I'm close with you, and I know I'm close with Kev. I know I'm close with Max, and I know each one of you guys. I know I'm close with Cap. We've had conversations. I know there's one time or another I may have texted you guys out of the blue and just said, "Hey, man, have a good day. I love you."
Yeah.
I said it to Kev a couple of times in the last week or so. But the thing is, you respect people, and you want certain people in your circle, and there's certain people that you don't have to have in your circle. So everything's an education. You understand where people are, you know where they stand, and you know how far that they could fit into your life, and either they're in or they're out. But everything's education. So that's what you did, man. You educated yourself about it, but just not carry that burden around with you. Don't carry that anger. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to stop them. You're not going to be able to change them. You can say whatever you want. It's not going to change them. And to be honest with you, you're doing nothing but giving them exposure, like the issue that we had with that individual, right? We didn't even, at first, we said a few things and we joked around and then it went back and forth. That particular individual said something back to you, said something back to me. But it's been 2 years. We haven't heard anything. Haven't heard a peep out of that person, have we? Because we don't talk about them. We don't mention them. You know what? We didn't give them the attention that they're looking for. Like you're talking about the person, this individual jumping in front of the camera, taking pictures. When they want to jump in other people's pictures and trying to get attention. Well, that's what they're looking for, is attention. So if you get on a platform and you're on your platform and everybody's listening to it, putting it out there, you're giving them what they want. You're not teaching them a lesson. You're not hurting their feelings. You're giving them attention.
Yeah. I gave him that
see,
little advice earlier.
Man, I guess I can't say that I'm not angry, huh? But hey, dude, I appreciate that. Dude, you always come through with some really fucking great words of wisdom, man. You know, Joker, dude, you've always been a damn good friend, man. I appreciate you, brother.
I mean, it's true. If I care about you, I'm going to tell you, you know I care about you. What I'm also going to let you know is that if I don't like you, if I don't like what you stand for, I'll do everything in my power to ruin your life. You know what I'm saying? To make sure that you're not going to get the attention you're looking for, to make sure that you're not going to get, I'm not going to feed that. And make sure that, that if you're exposed, you're going to be exposed to the people that are within that circle. I don't need to expose you to everybody.
Right.
I just need to expose you to, like the situation Max I'm talking, and I talked about.
Yes. Yep.
I exposed that individual to you and the people in the circle that person was within. I didn't have to tell the world. I don't have to tell anybody,
Right.
But I exposed it to who needs to be exposed to. So that's the circle you need to be exposed to.
That's what I said. That's what I love about you guys, man, because he got the same, and Homer can verify, he got the same in different ways we said it, but each one of us had put the same lesson out there, is that, if you don't, if that situation is bothering you, I've said it before, you do something about it, and then they'll eventually disappear, or people will say, hey, this person's this way, and they go away. This group right here, I take seriously because they're my brothers and I love them, and they give me straight advice. I don't expect no bullshit out of anybody in here. No bullshit. Tell me. That way it's going to make me a better friend. It's going to make me a better brother. It's going to make me a better Raider person.
Absolutely.
Well, Homer, there it is. You got all the advice to help you through this thing. Now it's on you to do the right thing after this is all done.
So I guess you're saying don't play that video.
Yo, y'all know he's gonna post that video, right? Y'all know he's gonna.
I think the video.
Now y'all are making me feel guilty, man. Shit.
Yo, Homer, I got a video of you. You were pretty drunk that night, and I'm sure you don't want me to. No.
Hey, that's the one thing I want to remind people is they did put a video of me out there, so it ain't fucking unheard of. And boy, did everybody clamor around that video. You know what I mean? But you know what though? What's funny about that video? I survived that shit. Y'all got to know who that motherfucker was from the real life, huh? So, but yeah, all right. All right, Zen. All right, Zen. So, like I said, I wanted to post the video because you know what? It's just evidence.
It's not going to help.
But
it's not going to help anything.
Right? It ain't going to
help.
You
can't give them that exposure. That's what they expect back. That negativity. It's a negativity put back. You put negative out there. That's what they want. They live on negativity. If that's what they do. They live on negativity. I've got an individual. That's all he lives by that time. For me, I'm going to let him talk all he wants. He's going to do it. I'm going to ignore him. That's going to bother him more. I'm not giving him that upper hand. Won't do it.
Well, also, Homer, are you going to be doing this if you release that video? Are you going to do it for yourself, or you're doing it for anybody else, for other people? Now, you may feel like you're doing it because you're bringing awareness, but what you don't realize is this: there's people that know who you're talking about, and there's people that will find out who you're talking about. And what you're going to do is make people have to make a choice, and it's going to be divisive. It's going to be like, okay, so I can't talk to this person no more. If I do Homer not my friend, or if I talk to Homer, I'm not going to be cool with these other people. They're not going to be my friend. So what it's going to do is be more divisive than anything else. I think that you said what you had to say to the key people that you had to say it to. If there's a message to be brought to anybody, I think you spoke to the right people. I know Kevin, I know myself personally, we're the type of people that will bring it to those individual people personally and maybe deliver the message in a more tactful manner, maybe, but it's more and more effective. But What's that? And I think that you accomplish what you need to accomplish without being divisive, without having to do it. And now, if anybody's coming back to you and being saying what they got to say, or being divisive, or bad mouthing you in social media, it is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? You don't reply to it, you don't respond, you just let it go. Because what are you gonna do? Keep going back and play? And you know what Mark Twain say about you arguing with fools from a distance? People don't know who is who, right? So basically, you guys are gonna, whoever you're arguing with over something, you're both gonna look like a couple of idiots having an argument. So the thing is, just let it go. You said what you had to say to who you had to say it, and let it take its course from there.
Yeah, they will find out eventually. It's like I said, for me, it was not to, and I've talked to jokers, is it for me, it's not to give them that upper hand, not to give them a voice. Let them build their own voice. They will get that. There's many that's come and there's many that goes, man. It's, again, integrity. Keep what you have that within yourself, then you become a better person. You understand that other person's out there said what he said. They're fighting back because they don't want to, again, we put that testosterone in it. It's not about that, man. Take advice, as Kevin said, as we have all said, Cap has said, Jason has said, Savage has said, hey, just take that advice and it's knowledge, and we love you guys. It's just part of who we are. Every one of us in here are different, but we're the same.
Yep, we are. We all have problems with people. We all have problems with ourselves. It's just how we come back from things. Like, you guys know me, like I said, I've been going through a lot of stuff. I'm usually the happy, jumping around, all excited all the time. Not anymore. It's something happened and it totally destroyed me. And, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. And I really don't like a lot of people. But that is what it is. Homer.
Well, I'm gonna say this, Demon King. We've spoken many times over the years, or whatever the case may be, since we got a chance to connect with one another. But
yes, sir.
Even though we're dealing with a little bit with Homer's situation, I just want you to know, if there's anything that Mob can do, you can always reach out to me, because I never want to see one of my brothers hurting. And if there's something that I can do to help with the healing, I'm always here and available for you too, brother. So my prayers are with you, and I'm always in your corner, brother. So my prayers are with you. Okay.
I appreciate that. Homer would be like, shut up, football season's coming. You're going to be fine. Shut up. That's all you need is football season to come. That's what you need. And
well, dude, to be honest, I think this is why I take it so personally, right? Because, I go to Demon King and I say, hey, brother, how you doing? I'm not doing good. Well, hey, man, what's up? Da-da-da-da. And then I say, well, he's like, I don't know what to do. I was like, well, I don't have anybody, or I feel alone. And I said, you got Raider Nation. So when I tell Jason that, I expect Raider Nation to back that shit up, so that's why.
I know who I have in my corner. I know who's in my corner. I know who has my back. I know who's there for me no matter what. And I really appreciate it, because like a lot of you guys, we don't really know each other outside of the Raiders, so there, and Captain Jack knows too. Like Homer called me today about this, and I knew he was fired up, and I wanted to put this out there, to make him like think about it a little bit. Like you were saying too, Mob, like sometimes it's not worth it, man. And Max said it too. You're giving them a platform. It's negativity, like what I'm going through right now. And I'm feeling like I had people that were messaging me before. And then once I disappeared from Facebook, these people that I thought were with me, I haven't heard from none of them. And that kind of hurt. But then they expect me, they'd be tagging me and stuff and everything, expect me to like have their back, and I'm not, I really don't hold too much of a grudge with stuff like that, but I'm like hurting personally, and you want me to take a picture or be in your picture because of like what I represent, I mean, I told Homer I'm not okay with the way Raider Nation is I don't like it being divided like that, because there are people on this side that you talk to. There's people on the other side that you talk to. And like you said, is this guy going to be mad because I said hi to him? Is he going to be mad that I said hi to him, or I talked to this guy or this one? It's not supposed to be like that. When we go to games and stuff, we're not supposed to be in separate groups. Yeah, everybody's got their own friends. But when you see each other, hey, man, big, dab, big hug, it's like that. Now it's like when you hug somebody and you walk away, they're like, oh, he's an asshole. I ain't cool with him. Well, then why are you hugging me? Why are you slapping me 5? Like, if you don't like me, tell me. Like you guys said, be honest. You don't like me, tell me. That's cool. You know what? I'm okay with that, because I'm going to be loved by thousands, hated by millions. It's okay. I just don't like going places and seeing everything divided. Like why when like things are being sent, like this game down in Dallas, this is supposed to be a big platform for the Raider Nation and the Texas Raider Nation and all the clubs there. Do you think all these clubs would get together and have one big party? No, everybody's going to have their own party, and they're going to say, come to my party because it's better. No, come to my party because it's better. I have this guy here. Well, I have this guy. It shouldn't be like that. We should all be in the same venue, everybody getting along, for the sake of one thing, that shield, and the sake of Raider Nation and these kids that are around, and they see that, and some kids will see it. Like look at little Jay. Little Jay basically grew up just like little Chucky. Nobody wants anything happening when they're around, but sometimes people are going to get a little uppity and be like, I don't like you. Fuck you. Well, that's okay, man. I still like you.
You talking to me again? Jason, I like you.
Good joke. You're my dude, man. Believe that.
Oh, shit.
When I met you in Nashville.
But hey, that's why, I got away from the events and I started to do fundraisers, and then that's what birthed, the Silver and Black softball tournament, was just trying to get people together, trying to get clubs together, and not, well, this is my event and this is my event and you come to mine, I am about bridging, chapters. Believe me, man. Starting the Black Hole in Austin, Texas, ruffled a lot of feathers, okay? But I still extend the piece, the olive branch, and try to bring peace and bring us all together. It's unfortunate that, people will be fake to your face and tell you that they like you and then walk off and say they don't. But, I guess my message is, just be that guy that they can't say anything about like that. You know what I mean? If you want to say he's being a hater, then you got to understand that you got to live, your life to where you're not, giving anybody a reason to call you fake or this and that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's hard to explain, dude, but really, you got to hold yourself accountable, man, and be honest at all points and times, and carry yourself right with this mindset that, you're not going to be afraid to tell somebody what you want to say, but at the same time, it's like you're willing to look over everybody's differences. And, Joker, you said, when am I going to start to heal and things like that? It's like, it can happen at any moment. It can happen right now after the call. Whoever, the people that are watching this show.
Oh, fucking time.
They can call. They can call me.
I gotta go shave. It's been so long.
Each of the people, you fucking guys, dude. Each of the people that I'm talking about, they got my number. You know what I mean? But don't go to Facebook. Just come to me.
It's blocked.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you're definitely blocked.
After this,
I've said it for years.
That ain't
on my
me, though. I ain't that guy. I don't block you.
You're not a guy.
I've said it quite a bit in my
You're really coming out on the show
time for years, bro.
I said I ain't that guy. God damn it. Oh man.
No, you ain't a guy.
Exactly.
You ain't a guy.
Yeah, but I've said this in my message many a times. I say, be safe, be blessed, and always be real to you and others. Because if you ain't real to you, then you ain't real to others. That's been a lifetime saying that I've had, but I use that, and a lot more in the past. But I use that. You can go to any Instagram, you'll see that, that, because I mean it. If you're real, then you ain't got shit to worry about. You ain't got nothing to worry about. It's like whether you're being real, you're an asshole, you're being real. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That's you. But again, just try to carry yourself with some dignity and it's the Shield, like Jason said. It's about the Shield. When it's all said and done, it's about the Shield.
All right, cool. So look, it's already been 2 hours and almost 3 hours, dude. So let's just
Game's
go ahead
over.
and end this broadcast. But we can, if y'all want to hang the line, I'll take my ass chewing after we end this broadcast. Just let me end this broadcast real quick. All right, Raider Nation, that's the end of the broadcast. I would like to thank.
Wait, where's the halftime show?
There ain't no fucking halftime show right now. Look, I just want y'all to know.
Savage, there was no
off,
halftime.
Man.
It was
he
straight.
made a badass video.
Like
We were about to rep, Raider Nation. Now, all that shit went to the wayside. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Look,
I thought this was going to go all the way. I thought this was going to go all the way to the kickoff, bro. I thought I think the game was like tomorrow or some shit.
No,
I tell you.
This is the pregame show.
Homer, you made me.
What's funny though is people are still staying tuned, so it could happen.
The Jerry Lewis Marathon. Oh yeah, fucking
Marathon.
All right, cool. All right, cool. So, look, later, Raider Nation.